All right. I think we're live. We're getting set up. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening. Mayong buntag, magandang umaga. We got 7 o'clock, December 13th, and 79 degrees. How's everyone doing? We'll give everyone a couple minutes to get set up. I do have a couple of announcements, whatever to make. 1 second while I get that open. Take a look here. All right. Okay. 1 second here while we get set up here. Give everyone just a moment to get in. How's everyone doing today? Just give everyone a couple more minutes. Also, too, I'm loading up my notes. 1 second. All right. Okay. Well, I can't find my notes, but anyways, kind of know what I wanted to talk about real quick on the logistics side. Facebook community group. If you're not part of it, consider joining. Especially if you're looking to do if you're moving to Cebu, or if you're in the town or area or want to do meetups or stuff like that. That's where all that stuff's going to be handled and coordinated. So consider joining the Facebook community group. It is a private group, so nothing gets shared out. But you have to be accepted to it. So. But we're accepting everyone. So just if you search Carefree Chris Community, you'll come up and find that. And like I said, that's really where I'm going to schedule all the meetups. And kind of one of the reasons behind this community group is I was getting kind of bogged down with scheduling the various meetups. And I thought, well, just let me create something reoccurring so people can show up if they want to and that kind of deal. So out there is where you're going to find all that stuff. Plus we did a Thanksgiving event. We're looking to do a Christmas event. So a lot of that scheduling and kind of meetups and all that stuff, I'm going to try to schedule all through there. Plus, I want people to kind of get together and help each other out. We've got a lot of great resources out there with people, coming here and getting connected and finding stuff. There's a conversation the other day about buying cars and motorcycles, and there's a lot of information there for you guys. So I invite you to take a look at that and join that group. Again, that is Carefree Chris Community. And yeah, I think that was all on my list. And yeah, the reoccurring meeting that we're going to do is at 2 p.m. It's going to be at the Starbucks in Ayala Mall in IT Park. Now, I might change that simply because that location is absolutely packed, but it's an easy location that I think everyone can find. I might go to Bose, but right now it is set to Starbucks. It is in the community event there under events, but that's there. So just as a heads up as that, and that'll be again every Monday at 2 p.m. All right, guys, let's get started. Enough of the announcements. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, welcome back to Cebu. Hard to resist this place. Yeah, isn't it? It's interesting. When I was considering moving, I was not looking forward to that, right? I really like it here. I love Cebu. I love Cebu City. There's a lot going on here, especially coming up in the next couple months. Christmas is a big holiday, of course, here, massive. And then Sinulog coming up in January. So a lot going on here in the coming months. Gotta check the aircon. Yes, Dean, good morning, good evening. Thanks for being here, man. Hope you're good there too. Hello from Tazan, Cavite, Philippines. All right. Nice. Sorry, my daughter just texted me. Yes. All right. Hope all is good there. Good day from Florida. Yes. I lived in the Tampa area for a while, right? Anna Maria Island, Bradenton, Ruskin, and then Tampa. Where was I at in Tampa? Yeah, I can't remember the neighborhood I was in Tampa, but yeah, familiar with the Florida area. Good morning, Jake. How's it going? Hope you're good there. Why you tripping? Yes, hello from Canada. Lots of guys from Canada I met recently. A couple guys from British Columbia, Vancouver, yeah, Toronto. Meeting a lot of guys, man, from Canada. Yes, good morning from sunny Batangas. Good morning. Hope all's good there. I tried to join. Not sure if I approved. Okay, Dean, I'll take a look. Joe's actually been handling most of those approvals. She's on top of that pretty good, but you should be good. If you send out an invite, like I said, we're approving everybody. There were some mix-ups early on where a couple people got denied, but we fixed that and really accepting everyone. So yeah. Facebook group link. Yes, that's a great idea. Let's see if we can do that real quick. Do a Facebook group link. 1 second. Facebook. FACE. Getting there. 1 second. Community group. And then share. Copy link. All right. I think I have a link here. Yeah, good idea. All right, there's a link to the group. And, like I said, it's just really a way for me to kind of coordinate a lot of the stuff that I've got going on. What was going on, guys, is look, I was meeting Bob on Monday and Willie on Wednesday and Frank on Friday. And I was using all these 3 different ways to communicate with them. And it was just, man, it was an absolute nightmare. And then I wasn't shooting any videos. Like all my energy and effort was going into meeting people, which I love to do, right? I absolutely love the meetups and get so much out of that. But I needed a place where I can just, set something reoccurring and have it be there where I didn't have all that going on. So, good problems to have, awesome problems to have, but it was something I did need to figure out and solve. So yeah, there's a link for that group. Like I said, come on, join. There's a good group. It's just starting, right? I think we got right around 200 members or so. But I think it's been around a couple weeks, so we're getting there with it. And like I said, the idea of around that is to just really kind of bring people together, especially here in the Cebu City area or all over the Philippines or wherever you're at, right? It's just a place where we can bring people together. Yes, good morning, John from North Carolina. Hope all is good there. Michael, music to motion. Ooh, I like that. I'll try to join. All right, yeah. Just you'll see the link there I put in there, and you should be able to click and request, and then probably Joe or myself will just accept you here in a little bit, or she might be on it right now. She's, like I said, she's pretty on top of it. So, which I appreciate, Joe. Thank you. Top of the morning to you, Grand Poopah. Good morning to you, brother. Good afternoon. Good evening. What's the link? Yeah, I just put it in there, brother. Yep. That was one of the things I was going to do, is maybe put it across the banner, but I did just put it in there. Yep. Mike, good morning, Chris. Glad your new place is coming along. Yeah, it is. I'm still in boxes quite a bit. I still haven't really organized kind of where I want things, but it's getting there. It's getting there. All the space, man. It's like I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm getting in my steps just walking around my new apartment. But the gym is really nice. I'm like in the gym. I haven't really been in the pool yet, but the pool looks great. The gym has been awesome. I'm really excited about that. It's really convenient, and there's been one other guy in there when I've been there, and sometimes I even have it to myself, which is just I really like that. And one of the other concerns that I had was like a running area. So there in the business park, there's a really good running area there, and which is hard to find. It's hard to find open roads that you can run on with not a lot of traffic and stuff. So there is one there in the business park, but there's also one here just around the premises and the property. So I'm really excited about being here. Yeah, everything's kind of working out. Grocery store I've been to is a great little grocery store down at JY Square. It is a fun little neighborhood. I've stopped at the pool hall and watched some guys play some pool. I might get into playing pool again. I'm not sure. Yeah, but really cool. I'm flying just in time to land for Sinulog. I can't wait. Well, Dive Master Ricky, I hope you got your hotel and everything set up, because the town is just packed. It's gonna be packed. So if you're not booked already with your hotel reservations, definitely do so. That's great. Yeah, it's gonna be. Dude, Sinulog is just absolutely wild, and it's fun. It's fun. I'm not a drinking guy, but I still have fun with it. I get out and wander around and yeah, so it's a great time. The town almost like doubles in size. So many people come in for this event, and it'll be interesting too, because I think last year it was kind of just after the pandemic, and people were still a little bit kind of on edge here. So this one and the next one, I feel kind of maybe be back to normal, like kind of numbers and just the overall vibe. I feel people will kind of be a little more into it. Are you growing half your hair out? I know it's kind of long, isn't it? You're about ready to start braiding it. Yeah, you can see why I shaved too. Thankfully my melon is okay. Where it's all right being shaved. Although I kind of have, you can probably see a little bit. I got a little bit of a Klingon vein. I can't remember. I think it was Marlinda, Jake's my son's boy. She used to call me a Klingon. I used to have that vein coming right down. Yeah, I'm growing it out a little bit. Joe says I got my what do you call it? Jason Statham, and then I shave and I go back to Bruce. So, anyways, it's all fun. I'm in Texas now. Cebu the last day of January. All right, Richard. Yeah, good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah. Phoebe. Good evening, sis. How are you? Hope all's good there in Cleveland, and you're staying warm. I bet it's cold. I've actually met quite a few people recently from the Cleveland area. Met a guy. He actually was from Painesville. So yeah, I was just chatting with him and Bo's Coffee yesterday. We're sitting down having. Yes. Good evening there, sis. Good, doing great here. Doing great. Hope all's good there. Hope the folks are good. Oh, and cheers to you for looking out for them. So good for you. Thank you. Good morning, Chris and Joe from Cebu. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's cold. Yeah, cold in Canada now. We're looking at options to escape the winter. Yeah, like the Philippines. Absolutely, man. Yeah, come on down. It is not cold here. It is not cold. Matter of fact, I need to turn my aircon on. It's a little bit warm right now. Wish I got all the lights on and everything. I was messing around. I found the dry setting on here, and I think that's a dehumidifier. And I'm really excited about just kind of experimenting with dehumidifier versus aircon and see what that kind of does. So, yeah, yes. Yeah, a little bit cold in the Great White North, right? I think I got approved. I got approved. I just looked. Okay, yeah. Joe's probably on top of it. Like I said, she's been really, really on top of that stuff. So yeah, there's a link to the group, guys. There it is. I'm from Illinois, but grew up most of my life in Tennessee. Yeah, beautiful. I've been to Tennessee a couple times. Well, just kind of driving through Knoxville, Over here now, 6 month on a 6-month visa. Okay, loving it, and we'll probably move. Right on, man. Yeah, good for you. Yeah. I love it here. I've just been just over a year now, and I feel, I still have the shiny new car kind of deal, kind of feeling about it, just because of that's part of my character and who I am. I really focus on the good stuff, so I still have that kind of vibe. I feel. I still really like it a lot. Still really enjoying it. I love the interactions with people and just kind of walking around and hi and all that, So it's really just really refreshing to be here. So yeah, I'm excited. Good for you, man. But yeah, I hope it works out. Just joined the Facebook group. Cool. Yep. Good. Cool. Let's see. I was banned, or at least I joined with my. All right. Okay. Well, sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, we've talked early on about kind of what we're looking to do, Joe and I, as far as bringing people in and that kind of stuff, just really kind of growing it. So everyone should be pretty well in, and and it's a lot like the YouTube page, right? So same kind of conversation, same kind of content. Keep it cool. My daughter's probably in there. My dad's in there. So it's a family deal. So same kind of thing with the Facebook group. So I don't think we've had to block anybody yet, but I have blocked quite a few people on the channel. Well, maybe 10, right? Maybe 10 people on the channel, which isn't a lot really, right? If you think about, the entire planet. So, but yeah, same kind of deal, we just want to keep it cool and keep it where, we're not really. The thing that would bother me the most is if people are hateful towards each other. That's the kind of stuff we'll just kind of pull out, and it's just not. That's why I'm here in the Philippines, right? I want to be around a friendly environment. All right. Let's see. Chris, have you attended any weddings or funerals of friends there in the Philippines during this 1 year? No, Roy, I haven't been to any weddings or funerals. So, yeah, interesting question. Yeah. Yep. I don't know anyone who's gotten married because I don't really know a lot of Filipino locals. And a lot of the guys that I've met over the past 8 months or so. Yeah, it's a great question. If any of those guys would getting married, I would be a little bit concerned just because they're so new to be into the country. But yeah, really interesting. I'm sure that'll probably change next year. Yep. Yeah, really cool. All right, cool. Nice, man. Yeah, nice. Hey, when are you going to continue the Cebu motorcycle shop tour? You know, Jake, I've got a shot. I've got the second video shot. I just need to go through and edit it. I don't have. So I was over in Ducati, and they had their shop kind of all tore up. They were redoing the aircon and then hauling all the bikes around. So I wasn't able to shoot Ducati, but I did do BMW. I can't remember what else I shot. Oh, Harley? Or was that in the first one? Anyways, I have a second video that I've shot. I just need to go through and edit it. It's been busy with the move and, like I said, the meetups and all that. I just haven't had a ton of time. And that video does require some editing just because I got to piece a bunch of stuff together. I just haven't had the time to do it. But I do have a video out there all booked. Yeah, your hotels are all done? Good. At some point, I like to hear what stuff you bought, but you don't really need versus what stuff you didn't bring and you wish you had. What are some things that I wish I had that I didn't bring? Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I wish I would have brought that I kind of got rid of. But gosh, I thought there was one or two things. I'm not thinking about them right now. So obviously it wasn't too big of a deal. Yeah, I can't think of anything there. What's the first part of at some point I like to hear the stuff? What stuff I brought but didn't really need? There's probably a lot of stuff I brought that I didn't need, right? I did bring, I bought just before I moved, living in Colorado, I bought a brand new like Eddie Bauer down synthetic, half synthetic, I think it was, down jacket. Really nice jacket, real lightweight. And I brought that with me. I'm never going to need that. Somebody was going up to Baguio and because it gets kind of cool up there in the 50s or so. I was like, dude, I got a jacket and a beanie for you if you need. So I brought a couple beanies because I, really, mainly when I go home, then I would have a jacket and a beanie if I needed to. But those are some things. And I brought I brought like 2 or 3 pair of pants. And actually, I do wear those because they're Duluth Trading Company. They're hot weather, dry kind of pants. So, but yeah, I can't think of anything that I didn't bring with me that I wish I did. I brought some camera equipment right before I came out that I kind of wish I didn't. That I'm not really using it. I've got a full body Fujifilm camera. I'm not even really using it. I bought a brand new 56 mil prime lens. It's like over $1,000 for that lens, and I haven't even used it once. So yeah, it's a little bit of a disappointment. I was just thinking yesterday what I could do to kind of get out and shoot. It's really good for portrait photography. So, and it's just kind of weird, right? What do I go up to girls and say, hey, can I shoot you with my camera? So yeah, I need to get out and do some of that. Yeah, I probably will. I'll probably see what I can do and kind of explore a little bit. But that's about the only things I think. And that good question though. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, really good. Boy, those fancy business park condo pools have that dye in the pool that turns them green if you pee. I had 50 plus issues. I was just gonna say it does not. I know it doesn't. Oh, too funny. Yeah. No, the pool there is great, man. I actually really like the pool at Selenia. Really big pool, beautiful. Kind of one of the things that I didn't like so much is there wasn't really a lot of seating. And then the seating that you did have was right up in the fountains. So you occasionally get squirted with the hose in the fountains. And you're like, oh, man. But yeah, nice pool. Really nice. Good problems to have, right? Getting squirted with a hose at the pool in December. Sorry. Yes, good morning, Chris. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hope everyone's doing good. Yep. Getting ready for the holidays, right? Christmas, middle of December, only a couple weeks left. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't really have a Christmas vibe or spirit, but honestly, I didn't really much in the United States either. When you get divorced and you get by yourself, it's like, at least that was what it was for me. I need to have a shave. Yeah, we go to the same bar. Yeah, it's getting a little bit long. I let it grow out every now and then. I usually shave before the lives, but I've just been running around a little bit. Yes, hello, Paul. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. What's the name of the Visa extension service you use in Cebu? So a couple of them. I use JRC, but another one I'm actually getting ready to learn more about is a girl named Heidi. She's got a business here too. I know Mike uses her. But yeah, so a couple of services there, JRC, and then Heidi's also offering some what do you call it? Estate planning stuff. So yeah, really good. You can also, Ross, you can also do it online. You could do it online by yourself. Let me see if I got a link for that. Yeah, I think I do. Is that e-services? Yeah, right here. I send you a link. Copy. You could use this link and you could do it yourself online, man. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And basically, maybe that went through. Okay, good. I did that myself on the last time. Took me 10 minutes. Now, I noticed I couldn't do the 6 month extension, only 1 or 2 months. But still, I think what you need to do, right? So on that second extension, you're going to need to get your ACR card. And then I would just use those guys for the ACR card. But after you get like your ACR card, you could use that link and do it yourself. Real simple. Yep. Book the room close to the SMC side. Yeah, nice, man. No, you're right on, because that's going to be where the route is at. Smart. Yeah, good for you. Yeah, good for you. You've done your homework. Yes, yo, Cleveland. I know, right? It's been forever. My sister, Phoebe's out there. Yeah. Yeah. Morning, Chris from Arkansas. Yeah, really nice walk. Really like the walking a bit. Really liking the walking bits. I haven't had enough coffee yet. Sorry. Yeah, I like those too, honestly. I like those too. It works well with my kind of busy personality and kind of go kind of way, right? Where I can just kind of be out walking around. And honestly, these are a little bit hard, right? Sending and doing the lives, whatever. But the walking bids, the walking kind of stuff, I really enjoy that, getting out, talking and walking about stuff. And I really feel too, it shows you, right, as we're talking about it. You could even put it on mute, right, and then just kind of look at the walking area and just kind of look at that. So yeah, I'm a big fan of those. Also, more of those to come, and some riding stuff. I want to do some riding videos as well, where I'm on the motorcycle and I put the camera in my backpack. So yeah, I'm a fan as well. I'll be in Cebu for a couple of days for Sinulog, nice, and then island hopping for a month. Would you like to meet up for coffee if you have to? Absolutely, yeah. Join the Facebook group. So every Monday at 2:00 here in IT Park somewhere. Right now it's set for the Starbucks Reserve. 2:00 every Monday is a running meeting that I'm going to running meetup, and anyone and everyone can come. If I've met you 5 times, great. If I met you first time, great. It doesn't really matter, right? Or if you're a friend or whatever, just you can come. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be at that spot every Monday at 2:00, and right now it's at the Starbucks. I'm thinking I might move it just because that Starbucks. We could barely find a seat for 4 of us or 3 of us when we were there last Monday. So I might pick like Bo's Coffee or something like that. I'll put in though in the community group when that is. But yeah, love to meet up. It's just going to be, like I said, let's use that as a way to coordinate that, because I'm getting hit up by a lot of people, and it's a little bit of a challenge to meet up all that stuff. And thankfully I haven't missed anyone yet. But what I foresee is just, people flying in, and then you've traveled whatever 2,000 miles or so, and then I don't meet you because I couldn't handle all the communication. So I really just want to set something up reoccurring so that doesn't happen, right? Join the Facebook group just now. Yes, looking forward to meeting folks. Awesome, man. Yep, welcome. We're just starting out, so it's just kind of the beginning, but yeah, it's been a good group. Really, really enjoying it so far. So what's the schedule on for today? I've got the live today. I want to go work out. I got a run later on today. Kind of finish up too with the house. I got a little bit more to unpack. Yeah, that's about it. And still really kind of discovering this area, this part of town that I'm in, doing a lot of walking again. Yeah, maybe shoot a video on, I don't know, whatever. Just, nothing too much. That's about it, really. Just kind of finishing stuff up here. Yeah. Just did mine through JRC. Yeah, JRC has been great. I've been using JRC a lot. I do my extensions through there. It's been easy. I did the online, though, for the first time. I was actually really impressed with how easy that was. I think once you get your ACR card, the online might be the better option, just because you can do it right from your couch. And it took me like 10 minutes. It was really, really, really easy. How do you transfer money from your U.S. accounts to the Cebu? I use an application called Remitly, and I'm going to more on that. So what I was doing and what I'm currently doing, but I'm going to be switching this process around a little bit, is I would use Remitly to transfer money to myself, and then I'd go to like BDO and I would pick that cash up. But one second here, I'm actually opening up a chat because we were just talking about that. And so, but one of my buddies, shout out to you, Tony. He was like, dude, I had a problem in BDO, whatever. And he's like, I went to this other place though. It's on the top floor of Ayala. You know, they have that weird kind of service area behind the movie theater at the very top. Went to a place called USSC. So U like umbrella, S Sierra, C Charlie, on the top of Ayala. And he said what you could do there to transfer, also you can pick up your money there. And basically you get a little card, and then you can just, takes you minutes to pick up your money. Because the challenges I was having, and I was send myself money with Remitly, I'd go to BDO and I'd be in BDO for an hour. You know, I'd get my ticket, wait in line, and then I'd get to the counter and I'd have to fill out all this paperwork. I got to carry my passport, my driver's license. I have to carry all that stuff with me on BDO. And with this service at USSC, you basically just go one time, you fill everything out, and they give you a little card, and then you bring that card with you, and then you can do your money transfers that way. So they do have an office, I believe they have, well, they definitely have one in Ayala in the terraces in the business park, right? And then they also have, I believe they have one here in IT Park. And then Scott was telling me, my other buddy, they also have one in Iloilo. So yeah, so that's kind of how I do it, and looking to kind of fine tune that a little bit as far as better, easier ways to kind of get that money. The bank is fine. I mean, transferring it to BDO is fine, but it just, like I said, it takes me an hour once I get in there to kind of get everything done. But so that's how I do it. I love motorcycles. My last bike was a Honda CB, yeah, 1100XX Blackbird. Wow, CBR. Wow, incredible bike. Yeah. So the riding here is a little bit different, right? It's slow speed stuff. Usually you don't get above 50 miles an hour. So, you know, what's the analogy? It's better to ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. So I would definitely recommend getting small displacement bikes, 350cc, 500cc. Yeah, maybe if you're in the Luzon area, probably 500cc, so you can ride on the interstate. But yeah, those different riding world here, and you know, different. You know, you can lane filter, you can go everywhere and anywhere. Really, it's really. I actually really enjoy the riding in the city. I wish you could ride like this in the United States. Honestly, it makes sense in a lot of ways. I feel it's safer. But yeah, really enjoy the riding out here. Beautiful. Good question. I'm in Western Union for, yeah, but the fees suck. Yeah, I don't use Western Union. I definitely use Remitly. Now, Remitly does charge a little bit of fee, and they don't necessarily give you the best, I think, exchange rate, but it's working for me. I like it. A lot of guys are using Wise, but I have not. Yeah, yeah. There's a link to the immigration services. Yeah, I haven't done Xmas for a handful of years. Yeah, I don't miss it, to be told. Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I don't mind the JC. I don't mind the lights and stuff like that. I like getting out and seeing that kind of stuff. It was fun when I was, you know, married, family, kids, and all that stuff, right? I enjoyed it, but yeah, now it's just different when you're by yourself, or even when it's. I think what makes Christmas, I think, greater to kids, you know, and then big family, you know. But if you know, if you're by yourself or single, it's like whatever. I've kind of been there, done that, right? And we're going to be doing, I think we'll be doing something here for guys that are here. Not sure yet. I'm thinking about like a lunch over at the Viking, but we'll figure that out. You can do the first 29 visa waiver online, but you need to go in person, use JRC or other services. You need to take your passport yes. But you'll need it in person. Yeah, because you'll need your ACR card on one of those early on. So yeah, probably the first one. You're right, first one. But well, so you don't need to do. So maybe you're the first one you could probably do online. The second one, use a visa service to get your ACR card and all that. But after that, I believe you can do all of them online, because that's what I'm doing right now. It's just online. I think the ACR card though is one that would require a little more work, and it's a little bit expensive too. I can't remember how much, but you know, whatever, around 10,000 pesos or so. Have you considered making a Telegram group chat? I looked at a lot of that, Ryder. I looked at kind of. So I've been in the conversation of what do I want to do regarding this, like this Facebook group and all that. Like I did hear a little bit about Telegram. I looked at Discord. I looked at a lot of these services. Discord in a lot of ways was, I think, a better option. But what I wanted to do for me is I wanted to use something that I'm already using. You know, I wanted something simple. I needed to simplify things for me. so I can kind of keep up with stuff. So I apologize. It was primarily to do with what was convenient for me right now. And Facebook is really, really big here. Everyone uses it, businesses, people, everyone's got Facebook. And I get it. It's not as common in the United States and not kind of looked well upon in the United States in a lot of ways, like Facebook and stuff like that. But it is something that is widely used here in the Philippines. And given it's a Philippines group, I was like, you know what, let's go that direction. Besides, like I said, too, it's something that I'm using. So that's where I went with the Facebook community group to kind of set this up. But I did look briefly at other services, Telegram, Discord. I use Discord, 15 years ago when I used to play World of Warcraft. So I'm a little bit familiar with Discord. But like I said, then it was just going to be this whole other thing that I was going to have to download and set up and all that. So it just, I went with the kind of the more easy, convenient option for kind of what I was already using. So, but I hear you, man. I hear you. A lot of people really don't like Facebook at all. And I apologize for that. Like I said, it was convenient and kind of easy for what I'm already kind of running with. Monday, the 22nd is perfect for me. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll let you. So right now, like I said, you'll see them in the community group. I'm posting everything there. Right now it is at the Starbucks, but I suspect that'll change just because of how busy it is in that Starbucks. And, I think, there could be times where we get 5-10 guys in there, we just kind of meet up on Mondays. Right. So yeah. So that might move, but we'll see. Thanks for the links to the visa extension, Chris. Yep. This is Clyde from Central California. Cool. Where is the best place to search for 6-month rental? Yeah. So you can search if you're looking for places. There's a couple places you can look for. You could look at so you can like RentPad. That's a good place to look, as well as Facebook Marketplace. Those are two good places to look. There's also a good place I should send. Where did I send that at? There's a guy named Ram that I've been working with. He got me my place. Yeah, if you look in my community on the YouTube on my community post, you got to scroll down a little bit. But there's a guy named Ram in there. I have his email address in there, and he's the one who found me my place at Selenia, and he's working with a lot of guys now. So yeah, those are some places you could use to find. Yep. After your first extension, you could use the online again, continue since you're now in the system, and we'll have your ACR card. Yep, that makes some sense. Yep, after that. Yep, I'm with you. Yep. Today's scheduled, Dame. Damn carefree. Yeah, I know it is, man. Like I said, a little bit of, I want to get this gym here. I'm really liking. So I'm back in the gym, a little bit sore. I did chest and tris the other day. And they're a little bit sore. I did back and bis. And I did legs and shoulders last night. So, a little bit sore because I'm first getting back into it, but it makes me feel good, man. I love strength training. I love it. It's been a big part of my life for many years. And, past 5 or so, I kind of got away from it, obviously. But yeah, I'm a big fan of strength training. I just like how I feel really vital. I feel really good. So I'm excited about being back in the gym and working at, as well as running here, a really good running area. So, the avocado pies have been catching up with me. So it's time to get working, right? Time to get working. Let's see here. All right. Yes, today's schedule is carefree. Dean, yes. Cheers, brother. Cheers. Salud. It's good. Thank you. Appreciate it, Dean. Thank you so much, brother. Is there a nice beach near Cebu? No, there isn't. It's actually one of the things I don't really like about where I'm at. And maybe I just haven't found it yet, right? One of my complaints about Cebu City is there really isn't good beach access. You can go out to Lapu-Lapu, you can go out to Mactan area there, whatever. Even that's a small beach. You're driving, a couple hours. Yeah. There might be something to the north a little bit out or to the south. I'm not sure. I need to find that. It's a great question. What's the closest best beach? It's probably Lapu-Lapu, and it's probably that Mactan area. Bantayan Island really isn't that far. It's like 3 or 4 hours. So, that'd be a nice weekend getaway. I've done some videos on that. Those probably the best beaches that I've ever seen is right there in Bataan Island, like my whole life. Just gorgeous. So that's nice, as well as Comotus. Huge fan of Comotus. Love Comotus Island. And that's a couple hours away too. It's like an hour ride north up to Dano City, and then a ferry ride over, which is whatever. I think it's less than an hour. And really like Comotus as well. But yeah, kind of like an easy beach to get to. There isn't one here. Yeah, unfortunately. Yep. I use Wise to transfer money, as you can get physical debit card, which is always good for backup. Yeah, I have a Wise card account set up, and I also have the debit card. So, which honestly, I think if you're looking to get that, let's think about that, right? So I set mine up in the United States. I got my debit card sent to me and all that. I have all that. I've just never used it. So what I was kind of thinking about right there, does it make sense to get that set up in the United States, or does it make sense to wait until you get it set up here? I'm betting it probably makes more sense to get that set up in the United States so you can get your card. And the card took a couple, 4 to 6 weeks. So just as a heads up on that. But when you do get here, then you got to transfer to your Philippines phone number. So, but I never use Wise. I have all of it set up. I never use it. I just got used. I'm kind of a creature of habit in a lot of ways. And I got hooked up with Remitly. Yeah. But I know a lot of guys use Wise. Good morning, Dave. Yes. How's it going? I'm in. Okay, cool. You're out in Bacolod City now. Yep. You like it much more than Iloilo. Traffic isn't bad at all. Despite being a bigger city than Iloilo, people are friendlier. It's just better for me. All right, cool. Yeah. Yeah, really incredible, Dave. Yeah, nice. I got a couple buddies who are working their way up to Iloilo. Lots of talk about Iloilo. And of course, Bacolod right across the way. So yeah, a lot of talk about those two areas. Yeah, thanks for your input, Dave. I really appreciate it. Heading to Cebu February 14th. If you or anyone needs anything special, let me know. I can bring it over with me. All right, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. I can't think of anything. Probably next year. Well, I'm probably going to go back myself next year, but I'll probably do kind of a hardware refresh then. Yeah. Camera for the Insta360 for walking and motorcycle. How important would you say it has to have a Rode wireless mic? You absolutely have to have a microphone system, in my opinion. With the X3, it's so hard for audio because the camera is so far out, right? Where's it at here? I knew I was going to have to get it. Excuse me. So look, so your camera is way out here like that, right? So let's look at this. From me to the thing. So the only reason you can hear me now is because I've got the microphone, and that's why the audio is so good. Same kind of thing with this camera. That's how far I am away from the camera right there. So if you're this far out, the microphone there is not going to pick you up. So an external microphone is absolutely critical with these, and it creates a little bit of a challenge, right? So you can I did just get this recently, and I'm kind of experimenting with it. You can get this little adapter off Amazon, and then this microphone adapter where then you can hook up the wireless mic directly to it, or you just record if you're like the DJI mics, you can record internal audio, so you can just record there and then sync up the audio in post. So, but yeah, I think you absolutely have to have external mic with the X3, just because you're so far away from the microphones that the audio would be garbage. And what everybody says, right? I'm no expert, but what everyone says is audio is more important than video. So, so yeah, I think with this camera, it's an absolute necessity to have external microphones, and it's easy. It gets a little challenging when you have two microphones. So like Joe and I really struggled with the audio with two of us, and then that's kind of why I got this little adapter, because what I could do then is I could hook up the wireless receiver that I'm currently using right now. And then I can I could use the wireless receiver, and I can bring in the audio directly into the video file. So yes, important. All right. Yeah, really key external. And I know Rode works well. I'm actually a fan of DJI, so I like the DJI mics, and they also have a solo mic. So big fan of these mics. Oops. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Key. Good question. I was thinking of getting the Triumph Honorable T120 with a sidecar. Driving somewhere like Vietnam. Yeah, you could, Dean. I think you might have a little bit of a problem with that just because it's kind of big. And here in Cebu, anyways, I'm not sure about Vietnam, but I would suspect the similarly. You just don't have a lot of road space. So you'd have some challenges there. And I wonder if they would even require some type of special licensing around that. Like here, they got a trike license. So you might need to get like it's not impossible, Dean. It'd be a little bit of work. And then I think it would be one of those vehicles that you drive maybe on Sundays where the roads aren't as busy, right? Cool though, dig it. I'll go riding with you. Schwab account works well from what I hear. Yeah, interesting. So I do have a Schwab account also, and they do give you free ATM fees, a Schwab checking account, but I haven't really used it to transfer money. Yeah, interesting. I'll have to look a little bit more into that. Cycling is better in Bacolod compared to Iloilo, despite so many people saying Ilo is good cycling. The Iloilo bike path is made of bricks, so it's not great to ride on. Okay, I would bet with a road bike, sure, I could see that. I think the appeal of Iloilo is it's more of like this casualing type of cycling environment, more like, pedestrian where you're walking and riding, not so much like the avid cyclist who's kind of burn calories and all that stuff, right? So I think it's more of a casual kind of cycling deal in Iloilo. At least that's what I'm seeing from it. Iloilo looks cool in that regard, though. I'll be honest with that promenade and get yourself a nice little electric bike and kind of cruise the promenade and stop and have some lunch. I'll be going soon. My buddy is moving out there. One of my good friends who he's been on a lot of trips with me. He's moving out there, so I'll be going out to Iloilo here pretty soon, actually, and hanging out with him and checking it out. So I'm really excited. What about Schwab? I like Schwab. It's all right. I have a brokerage account and a checking account. I don't really use the ATM for checking at all, just because of how I just transfer myself money, whatever, every couple months or so, and then I use that for my cash. So I don't use ATMs at all. Yes, good morning from the Philippines. How are you? Mayong buntag, magandang umaga. Are you posting your videos on Facebook too? I recently started looking at a Facebook video monetization. I should, and I don't, and I will. Yeah, I'm looking at. I've been keeping my head just a little bit above the air, just a little bit above water. I just kind of, it's been a lot. So just learning the whole process, really focusing on YouTube and learning that. But I can see exactly what you're talking about. Now that I'm getting a little bit of this kind of procedure down and I'm getting a little bit more effective with editing and all that, I can maybe now branch out to doing some more with like Facebook and things like that. I think that's kind of the other purpose with the group is to just kind of be able to post stuff. And that's kind of what I'm moving to is I've got YouTube and I'm getting there, but then move into maybe Facebook and stuff like that, the reels, because there's a lot of talk about that. You're absolutely right. Schwab refunds ATM fees. Yep. Yeah, I have an account. I just don't really use it. I don't use ATMs at all. So yeah. Driving outside of Manila, I saw some big bikes look like they were having some fun, but yep. It's absolutely right, brother. No, you're absolutely right. I don't think I've gotten a 50 maybe in the entire year that I've lived here. I've been riding only 6 months here. But yeah, I hardly get above that. So, right. The analogy, like I said, better to ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. Ferrari on a go-kart track. Yeah, it's not much fun. So that's why those lower displacement bikes are really a better option here in the Philippines. Mayong buntag, Chris. Not sure if this is one of the first live in the new place. Yeah, no, I think it's the second. I did an impromptu one because I missed last Wednesday, so I did one on, I think it was Friday or so. How do you like the new place, and what are the benefits? Moving on up. I know, right? Got a deluxe apartment in the sky. Yeah. Yeah, man. So I think some of the benefits, obviously, just a bigger space. my old place, I think, was what, 22, right around 22 square meters, I think, 22 or 25, I can't remember. This place is 96. So this space right here, so sitting in the dining room, and this is the living room. This is bigger than my old place. And then over here, I've got 2 bedrooms, like full kitchen, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, maid quarters, just massive, right? So that's benefit number one. I got all this space, but like I said too, I almost don't know what to do with it all. I'm getting my steps in just walking around my apartment. So, but it's a really nice gym. I love the gym here. The pools are nice. I haven't been in the pools yet, but I'll be going to the pools. And just kind of the walkways and stuff it's really beautiful. It's really, it's luxury living here. It really is. It's kind of, my neighbors, I've got 2 really famous neighbors that are here, like Filipino celebrities. And I don't know who they are, but they're like the level of, Jennifer Lopez and Brad Pitt and all that kind of deal that are living right here. So that's kind of the neighborhood, right? That's the area of Cebu that I'm in. So it's really, 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 really nice area and high security. So I'm really liking it a lot. Really, really cool here. Loving it. Which Anytime Fitness do you use? I'm a US member and heard there are Anytime Fitness gyms in Cebu. There are. I believe there's 2. There's one in the IT mall, IT Park Mall, Ayala Mall and IT Park. And there's another one in the Cebu Business Park. And that's the one I was kind of going to one before I was living there. But I do want to check out the one here in IT Park. Yeah, thanks, brother. I think I'm going to go there today, actually. It's just so convenient, this gym right here. But it is fun to kind of get out and be a little social and be in that other gym. So there is one right in IT Park, and it's cool because it's right on the top floor, and you can get in after hours. They give you access to it as long as you got your key fob there. So I like it here. It's not, the gyms in general aren't kind of what you're used to in the West. So it's a little bit of an adjustment. They're not big and elaborate like those. They don't, they're kind of dark, dingy, and hot, to be honest with you. And the equipment isn't as modern. So that isn't, and they're more expensive. So it's a little bit of an adjustment in that regard. I mean, I had Planet Fitness back in the States. I had the deluxe version, $20 a month. And, just an incredible gym for $20 a month. I wish I could have that same gym here. I would love to have that. But yeah, so Anytime Fitness is around 2,000 pesos, which I can't remember what that is. We'll convert that out 1 second. Convert dollars pesos, 2,000. Yeah, so $35. So, whatever, $15 more a month, but not even near the quality of gym. So yeah, it's all right though. It's all right. It's just it is something you're like, dang, oh well. Schwab refunds ATM charges. They can save you money on fees. Yep, I'm planning to deposit my Social Security. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense, man. I don't use ATMs at all. I just transfer myself money, whatever, every month or every 2 months, depending on, what my spending is. So that's kind of how I do it, and then just carry cash around because I don't really like using ATMs. Well, and then again, too, I don't carry a lot of cash around, but yeah, so I'll just, take cash whenever. But ATMs kind of bother me because then I think, you open yourself up to a little bit of fraud with skimmers and that. And what if you got a problem with your cards? I don't even really use my cards that much at all. Yeah, I keep those pretty locked up. Welcome, brother. When I get paid, oh yeah, no worries, man. No, seriously, I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Dean. Yep, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. No worries though. I deleted myself, from Facebook by death. I only miss people that I network with. I do have an Instagram account since other phones aren't turned on. I don't know how to proceed to get it back. Well, I think what you could do, Eric, is just use a different email. Just create a whole new account with a different email, and I think you could probably get it back that way. Yeah. Where are we at for time? 7:35. Ooh, am I that far? Okay, not too bad. Okay, but yeah, I think you could just do a whole new email account. You might have to use a different phone number too, right? Yeah, good question. Yeah, I could should be able to create a new. I had 2 accounts. I had an account that I didn't use for years and didn't even know I had it. I think it was with a Hotmail account, and then I created one with a separate email account. So yeah, I've got a couple, but I'm not even in anymore. Yes, the Mocktown Peaches are small and a lot of rocks. Yeah, The one you could go to, we talked a little bit about this on the last live, the Mocktown Beach Resort. That is actually not too bad. It's just small, you know. And all the resorts, you can go to Plantation Bay. You can go to, what's it, Shangri-La? Yes, Shangri-La. You can go to Shangri-La and get a day use out there. The Shangri-La Beach Resort was nice. And it was only like 1,600 pesos for the day use. Really like that. So that's an option you can do. It's just so far away. It's over an hour. But it is a nice beach resort, beautiful beach. And they got other fun things kind of do there. You know, the food, though, is outrageous. I think our lunch was just so expensive. Yeah, it was like, yeah, really, really, really expensive. But yeah, there are a couple of options, but nothing really super convenient. It's one of the drawbacks of Cebu City, honestly. Yeah, good to hear you're not skipping leg day. Yeah, and been lifting since the late teens and missed a decade or two between. Yeah, full time. Yep, I'm right with you, man. I am right with you. Yeah, have the belly, dude. I am so with you. I get it. But it does feel good, man. I love being back. I love the sore. I love to be in the gym sore. It's just good. And then, you know, I build muscle really easy, and I always have. So it'll be good. And you know, next year at this time, I'm excited. So yeah, cheers, brother. Let's see. I have a Wise account card. Yep, I haven't traveled with it yet, but I use Wise all the time to pay my Filipino virtual assistant. Oh, so cool, dude. I would love to hear more about virtual assistants. It's one of the things I'm really struggling with, and I really want to hire. I want to get an assistant to kind of help me out with some stuff, scheduling and booking and all that deal. So I'd love to hear more about how you're doing that. If you're not a gym guy, are there any recreational sports that you can play and try to stay in shape? Tennis, pickleball, or something else? Yes. Yeah. So we're looking at some pickleball. I think it was City Sports there in the business park. There are lots of ways you can stay. There's golf. There's a big golf community here as well. There's a big country club, although I think it's a little bit expensive to join up, like 25,000 US, I think. And it's where the elite of the elite Cebuanos hang out. But there's golf, there's tennis, there's pickleball. There's actually a really big tennis community here. There's basketball. Basketball is bigger here in this country than it is in the United States. So yes, there's a lot you can do here. And I too have been looking to play some pickleball. I get a little bit worried because my knees get a little bit like they yell at me. I think I really hurt my knee doing some lateral movements years ago. And it took like a year to kind of get back to where it felt normal again. So I'm a little hesitant. I'm fine running north-south, but when I try to do lateral movements, my knees really get upset with me. But there's a lot of options. Cycling, although Cebu City, I wouldn't cycle. There's a lot of people who do. But there are a lot of stuff you could do out here. It's good to know that I might need a trike license there in the Philippines. Here in the UK, I would only need the standard bike license. Yeah, Dino, something to think about, brother. Something to think about. There is a trike license, and it looks like a trike. So, a little bit, right? Motorcycle with a sidecar. I'm not sure. Be something to look at. Yep. I might want to look at the import fee will be S. How much? Yep. So, yeah. Yeah. So when I looked, I did a shot of the Triumph dealership. It's right down the street. Nice shop too. Nice people. What was the guy's name there? Scout. Really good guy. I've seen him in there a lot. I recommend actually the Triumph shop, the Triumph dealership. They've got that 400cc bike that's coming out. They got two of them. They got kind of a scrambler and that. Looks like a really good bike too for the Philippines. I'm kind of excited. I don't know though. The Royal Enfield, the Himalayan 450 though. I mean, I don't know if you could beat that bike, man. How is the ukulele? The ukulele is actually still in the old place. I've got a couple things I haven't moved over yet. Ukulele is one of them. Oh my gosh. BJ, Betty, my Ubuntu. Good evening there, brother. Yes, I think Joe is tuned in. She's around somewhere. She doesn't really have this best of internet right there. We were going to try to bring her on in the live, and just the internet where she's at is no good. But yeah, I think she's around. She's tuned in, I'm pretty sure. Lone Star, morning up and down the coast would make some really good videos. I hear you, motoring up and down. I'm with you, man. Perhaps host an expat community ride and film it. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I dig that, man. Yeah, there's a lot of groups here too. I actually belong. So for the first time ever, I rode in the States in Colorado, but I wasn't parts of any riding groups or riding communities. There's tons of them here. So easy. I got looped up in one and we go on rides, we do stuff. So I haven't been on a ride lately, but really excited about that. So we go up this road called the Trans Central Highway, which I'm right at the base at. So yeah, we'll be doing stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. But riding, that was kind of my plan too when I was looking to move to Dumaguete, is I would just kind of ride all the way through Negros. So I'm a little bit sad for that, but I'm going to be doing that. I've got some really good connections there in Dumaguete now. As a result of kind of looking at this move, where I'll probably be staying there a couple weeks at a time throughout the year, and then I'll probably just kind of ride Negros while I'm there. So I mean, realistically, when I was looking at staying there, I was like, I can accomplish everything that I really wanted to do within a couple of months. So if I can stay there at a couple weeks at a time throughout the year, I think that'll be good enough for me to kind of film that whole area too. What are the names of the famous neighbors? I can't say. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't, and we wouldn't know them either. We wouldn't, because we don't know any like Filipino celebrities, but they're big. They're big. Like every Filipino who hears those names are like, wow, right? Yeah. Morning, hey gamer, how you doing, brother? Hope you're good there, man. Morning. Yes, you the man. I don't know, man. I'm just a dude who puts himself on camera and talks about the Philippines. That's all. Thanks, though, brother. I appreciate it. Smaller bikes are better than big. Yes, absolutely. Well, not always. I had a 125 200cc bike before. It was an ordeal to overtake a bus on Cebu. No, you're right. Now with the Ferrari on the go-kart track, this belongs to the past. So, no, I hear you, man. I hear you. And so I've got a 350cc bike. Love it. The 100 350, great bike. Himalayan 450, great bike. So I think there's when I mean smaller displacement bikes, you got to realize most of us in the United States, we don't really ride anything. Most of us are riding on the 700cc and above. So that's what I mean by smaller bikes. I mean like mid-range bikes are really popular in the US as well as leader bikes. So that's what I'm from really kind of talking to that group of guys who are like, yeah, you don't want your Harley. You don't want big, heavy bikes here. You don't want leader bikes. You really probably don't want anything above 500cc. So 500cc and below, really that 500 to 300cc is really good. The 100 350 that I have is a great little bike, man. I love it. I just wish I was a little more comfortable on it. The seat, man, is just rough after an hour. And I know I could maybe get the seat concept seats when they come out with it. I'll probably get that, as well as some panniers, a good luggage system. So I do think it'll be a bike that I can use over time as the aftermarket catches up. It's just not there. The nice thing about the Himalayan 450 when that comes out, the aftermarket's going to be there, and not even the aftermarket. Royal Enfield is going to be putting out seats and panniers with this bike, But anyways, yeah, I think the below 350, I think you're absolutely right. Unless you're talking scooter because it's so lightweight, I do feel for the non-motorcycle people, like you're not really a motorcycle, you're not really a motorhead, but you want a transportation. Honestly, I feel the Honda ADV 160 is your bike, man. Is your bike. And I wish I was more into scooters. The rear brake at my left hand really bothers me. But if you're like new to biking, new to motorcycling, and you're like, yeah, because you don't really want to buy a car, I feel. But yeah, I would get the Honda ADV 160 would be the machine for the Philippines for tooling around most of this country, right? Outside of kind of Manila and Luzon, right? And outside of really Cebu City. You don't really want to ride in those. You don't really need to. I mean, I have a motorcycle here and I cab and walk everywhere. It's parking's a pain, carrying your helmet's a pain, all that stuff, right? That's what's nice about a scooter, honestly. And the ADV 160, you got built-in storage. So, like I said, if you're not kind of a motorhead like me and you don't really care, scooters are the way to go, and specifically that ADV 160. Yeah, great question, great comment. My pension is deposited in my bank in the U.S. and I transfer money using Wise to my Pilates bank account using their card for transactions here. Yeah, absolutely, Darren. Yep, smart, really smart. Yep, that's how a lot of guys do it, and that's kind of how I do it here. I don't have a Philippines bank account yet, but yeah, really, really smart. Yep. Hey, saw your video visiting motorcycle shops. Did you decide on a new bike? I didn't buy a new bike. I've got a new bike. I got a bike that I'm eyeballing. It is the Himalayan 450, but I have the Royal Enfield Hunter 350 is what I bought, and I bought it I think March or so. So I've had it for a while. Yeah, but no, I'm not looking really at any new. But I'm a motorcycle guy. I love motorcycles. I love looking at bikes and stuff. So I just kind of did videos walking around those shops. If I was back in the States, that I think it's the Triumph Trident. Man, that looks like a fun little bike. 650cc, so a little bit on the smaller side for the States, but looks like a great little bike. And I think it's a triple too, so that looks like it'd be a fun little machine. So yeah, I'm just passionate about motorcycles. I went to the Moncton beaches with a local, so it was cool hanging out with them. All right, yeah, absolutely, Doc. Dive Master Ricky, yeah. The only times I do weights is when I lift the pint of my favorite cider. Yeah. What do you call it? The 12-ounce curl, right? Mm-hmm. Trust me, I've been there. Jojo. Yes. Magandan Umaga Jojo. I hope you're good there, sweetie. I really do. Hope you're well. Yeah. I need to get out to Manila. I need to get out there. 2024, I will be in Manila at some point, just for a weekend or whatever. Yeah, I need to get out there. Hope you're good. Yeah. I see you get out of your cave. Yeah, watch out for the bats. I know, right? Oh, Charles. Yeah, hope all's well with you, Charles. I saw some comments. Yeah, hope you're good there, brother. I'm a Triumph fan, but prefer the T120 due to it being the model that's disc brakes in both front and back rather than one disc. Yep, and the drum in the back. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no worries. I hear you, man. I'm a big fan of disc all the way around too. Yep. I know what you mean about not being able to stay. But have a few famous customer. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, not being able. Yes. Yeah. I just don't want to. I know the name. I know the name of one, but I want to keep a little bit. I tell people if in person, like, yeah, but I don't want to broadcast it over. And I don't know who she is. Like, this name means nothing to me, but every Filipino, they're like, oh, wow. So yeah, I just, I have great biceps as the result of you doing your 12-ounce curl. Did not get the notification. Oh yeah, no worries, man. You got to turn on, I think, the dinger on your on the YouTube. I don't know how that works. Yeah, we're all caught up. How do you make that work? YouTube. Let me go out to. Let's see here. Just Joanne. So let's see what we got here. So if we go out to Just Joanne, yeah, you can do. So when you go out to the website, yeah. So you can go. Let's share this. Since we're all caught up, we'll show you, and we'll show you Just Joanne. Present, share screen, YouTube. So what you could do, what you want to make sure you're doing, look at Joe, Just Joanne. Oh my gosh, isn't she just adorable? Oh my gosh, you're so cute if you're watching. All right, so what you can do is when you're on someone's YouTube page, you can click on this and be subscribed, and then you can click on the notifications here. I think by default, it could be set to none. So you just want to make sure it's set to all, and then you should get the notifications. At least that's what I think. Yes. 13. What a Filipino Christmas party looks like. Aw. Oh, good times, girl. That looks like you were having fun there. But yes, that's how you can make sure the notifications. So if you go out to mine and you can click on that bell icon to get notified. Yep. And there's Joe's webpage too, or her YouTube deal. So, yes, there it is. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, so that could be why you didn't get the notification. Most of the 12-ounce curls usually have relaxed muscles, no doubt, right? Yes, the 12-ounce curls. I actually gave up drinking, 2015? So, one of the best things I ever did. Two of the best things I ever did for me. Number one, quit drinking. Number two, move to the Philippines. I know I'm kind of boring with that part, but I still like going out. I go out to bars and have fun and hang out with people, that kind of deal. But yeah, alcohol for me was not a good mix, and unfortunately it took me almost 50 years to figure that out. Hey, buddy, I hope you're doing well. And I saw the beautiful, classy, amazing Joe celebrating Christmas with her family. Luckily, she finally gets something mouthful to you. Yeah, she just posted that. So I haven't actually seen that myself. Yeah, 13 hours ago. So I didn't see that yet. I'll have to look through that video and see what she's got. But yeah, she's doing good. She's just, like I said, she's kind of going back and doing some family stuff. She'd been here, whatever, 5 months or so, and hadn't been back home. So, she's out there just kind of being connected with family and doing some stuff out there. I have an amazing 6-pack. Granted, it's hidden away behind my dad bought, but it's somewhere. Yeah, Sam. Mine's hidden. It's gonna be back though, man. It's gonna be back. I'm back at it pretty hard. Yeah, I know, right? Unwatched Joe John videos. I haven't seen the last one she's got. I've been busy. We're out. I was meeting with a really good guy. We had dinner last night hanging out at Supermercado. And then he was like, so what's this avocado pie thing about? So we went over to, had some avocado pie and had dinner over there at Supermercado and IT Park and kind of went around. So, and then I got back here, it was like 9 o'clock and just kind of chilled out. So I had missed it. She had posted it, looks like last night sometime. So I hadn't seen it, but yeah, I'll check it out here. I know, right? I don't want to get in trouble. You're just a little partial when it comes to Joe. I know, right? Can you blame me? She is pretty incredible. There's no question. No question. I've been meaning to ask you, how the hell are you? Not a Stan is Joe now, by the way. Yes. Yeah, I got a little bit white, haven't I? Yeah. No, I haven't been out in the sun too much. Kind of been walking around a lot more. Yeah, I've actually been walking around a lot more now that I'm out here. And I like that again. I'm digging being out in this area. I'm glad I'm in Cebu, but I'm glad I kind of moved around a little bit. Get a little bit different perspective of the city. The Cebu Park, the Cebu Business Park is a bubble, as well as IT Park. And, granted, I'm in I've got celebrity neighbors, right? So I'm in a bubble here, but the bubble is just a complex. As soon as you step out, you're out of that bubble. It's Business Park and IT Park, they're big. Those bubbles are blocks. And it's nice to kind of get out of that, I feel. I just get a more of a authentic experience of the Philippines. And I like that. I really do. This is really perfect in that way. I was talking to my buddy John, who was showing me around some neighborhoods in Cebu back in, I think, in September. I was starting looking then, knowing my lease was up in December. I just kind of like, all right, well, where do I want to go next? And that was what I was telling him. Like, I want to get out. I want to be more involved with locals. And not that I want to be away from foreigners, but I just wanted something a little different, right? And I'm really liking where I'm at right now. There's a couple of other areas too. There's like a southern neighborhood too. You know what? We're caught up. Let's kind of skim through some stuff, and I'll show you some other neighborhoods that I was thinking about that was recommended to me. So 1 second, let me pull up my map, and then we'll share out the screen. Yeah. All right. We'll share this out. 1 second. Present. Share screen and maps. Share. All right. So there's a couple places that, so I'm in the JY Square right now. Let's see, where's that at? Right up here. So here's JY Square. This is my area now. Really, it's a good little area. It's all right. And here's that road I was telling you about right here at the base. This is the Trans Central Highway. So this is really heading up the mountains, and we'll zoom out and I'll show you. So this goes all the way, right? This goes all the way over to the other coast, Balamon. Really crazy road too. I mean, this road, switchback, it's dicey, really fun road to ride, but not something you'd want to do if you're unfamiliar with riding here in the Philippines, as well as if you're unfamiliar riding with a motorcycle you're on. So, but that road is really amazing. And Balamban, that's where my friend Christine lives. If you watch my channel for a long time, she's over in that area. So, but anyways, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at there in the JY. Yeah, this road is just so cool. And Temple Alea is up here, right? So I've rode up here a lot, a couple of places here. Yeah, Humba Heaven, really love this place. Really great little cafe. And so I'll probably run up there. And then, yeah, Joel and I did some videos up here, Miss Mountain Resort. I took her there for, we went there, kind of our first couple early dates. We went there. And then West 35. Yeah, it's around there somewhere too. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we went there, but some neighborhoods that I was gonna. Sorry, I just got a little squirrel there. But neighborhoods that we were looking at here, where are they at? I think it was called. It was around this area, I believe. Yeah, maybe Joe, if you're on, you can tell me. I think it was this southern part. I think it was in this area of, I thought it was right around there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this area. Really just a great area that my buddy John was telling me about. Nicer homes. I don't see the names of the cities where it was telling me. Okay, now I kind of see. But yeah, I think it was in this area. Anyways, so this was a place that I was really kind of concentrating on. And here, the business park is back in here. Oh, here we are. Yeah. Oh no, that's the fruit stand. There's Fuentes Circle. So yeah, Cebu here. Look, one of the things that always kind of gets me is how compact it is. I mean, it's a small area. There's not, Davaos are kind of really spread out, but Cebu's just kind of packed in here. And here's Mactan, right? So here's what we're talking about with Mactan. There's the Shangri-La resort there, which is absolutely beautiful. Plantation Bay, I did a video on that. That's also nice. So yeah, anyways, since we're caught up in comments, I thought I would kind of show that. All right. Oof. So yeah, I have an hidden. I have a beer, but it's hard as we get older. It is hard as we get older to kind of lose that a little bit. That's kind of, for me, I think, why it's a little bit important to kind of keep up. Just because I get, I don't feel good, right? I have a hard time putting my socks and shoes on. My Dunlop's getting in the way. I want to feel good. I have a 30-year-old girlfriend, man. I got to keep up. You'd be amazed, gentlemen. You will be amazed of what having a younger girlfriend kind of does in that area where you're looking into your health and fitness. It really kind of, you're like, you got to keep up, right? It's great. Hey, Chris, have you checked out Clark International Speedway? Okay, cool. They hold Philippine National. No, I have not. That's great. I'll have to check that out, Mr. Q. I appreciate that. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Really cool. They don't have any tracks. That was kind of one of the things as I was looking at. I was like, oh man, wouldn't it be nice to get an 890 Duke? I had a 790 Duke in the States. Nice to get an 890 and just do some riding and just kind of rip up the canyons and stuff. Yeah, they don't even have a track I can get on, and the speeds are so slow. You wouldn't get out of first gear. Man, what a machine that is. I remember, riding in Colorado, going up on the interstates. Dude, get flying, man. With a quick shifter. I don't know if any of you guys have ridden a bike with a quick shifter, like a sport bike with a quick shifter. Man, that is intense. That is amazing. I mean, it's got traction control, so it keeps the front wheel down on the ground, but you just lay into that throttle and you can blip up with your foot. Dude, you're like gone. You're gone. Yeah, so fun. Yeah, that's really great. I appreciate that, Mr. Q. Gary, could you share your method of transferring funds to yourself in the Philippines? Is there a location or store you pick up the funds? Yeah, you just, like I said, I use Remitly. A lot of guys use Wise, but either one of those services, and you can do it a couple ways, right? You can transfer money to your Philippines bank account if you have that, right? And then it's just like anything else, or you can just transfer money and you just go pick it up. Remitly or Wise, they have you can pick it up a number of services. And then we talked a little bit earlier. There's also some shops there in Ayala Mall that offer services where that can expedite it. But that's kind of the gist of it. You just send yourself money and then go pick it up at a bank, and that way you can kind of avoid ATMs and stuff like that. I don't like using ATMs just because the fact that I don't know, you kind of open yourself up to skimmers and that kind of stuff on the machines, and then you can only get whatever certain amount out, and then you got to deal with fees. But if you use Schwab, you don't have to. But I don't know. To me, it's just so much, and I got used to that because of when I moved here, I brought 5,000 US with me. And then I would just go, whatever, I'd go to the money exchange and then exchange it out. So I just got used to having cash. And then I liked it. It was easy. And then I just, all right, well, I'll just send myself whatever, send myself every couple of months, I'll send myself some money and then, live off of that until I get down to my last, 20,000 or 10,000 pesos and then send it again. It's instant. Like when you hook with my Remitly, it's hooked up to my debit card. So I can be sitting at the bank, transfer myself money, and then pick it up, right? It's instant. I mean, but it does take, when I'm sitting at BDO, it takes about an hour, because you got to wait in line. And then once you're there, you got some paperwork to fill out and that kind of deal. But yeah, real simple, real simple. Have you tried balut yet? Or any other interesting foods? I have tried some interesting foods. John's taking me on a couple of them. Yeah. Oh, the chicken feet. I tried. Yeah, that isn't so good. Adidas. Yeah, that wasn't so good. But there are a lot of good foods. Are you moving to Dumaguete? No, I am not moving to Dumaguete. So real quick on that, I'll tell you guys while I fill up my coffee. So I did look to go to Dumaguete, and that was kind of the original plan. However, I got there and I did kind of a scouting trip. And when I got looking around the real estate stuff, I couldn't find a place that worked for me. Now, granted, I didn't have a ton of time, but I kind of got right off the bat that the housing there is a little bit of a challenge, and you really need to kind of spend some time there looking around to find something. Now, here in Cebu, it's similar where you need to be here and kind of look around, but it's not nearly as hard because there's all these condos and these divisions, right? They're just everywhere. You can walk. Like my place in Selenia, you can walk in the bottom of Selenia. You can talk to the guard there at the desk and say, hey, look, do you know of any places that are available for rent? You're going to walk out of there with like 4 numbers. It's that easy. Dumaguete, it's not. So Dumaguete, you got to wander the neighborhoods. You got to look at signs. You got to hook up with real estate brokers. You really have to do the groundwork. Now, you could do it. It's not impossible. And if you wanted to go Dumaguete, you could do that, right? But for me, I had one day when I was there, we met with a real estate agent and we looked around some places and I just wasn't impressed with what I saw. There are bigger places, whatever, but, it's just kind of gross and it was a little bit run down, the places that I saw. And then, so the housing was a big factor. And then to me also, the city's a little bit on the small side, right? It's really kind of a sleepy town. There's not a lot going on. And then, most people, they live outside of Dumaguete, whatever, 15 minutes or so. So, it's not a city that you really can walk around. You need transportation in Dumaguete. And I like more of a city. I like I like the fact that I can walk out my door and just walk the neighborhood. I love that. Just kind of walk around. If I want to go to IT Park, I can walk over there. I could, there's so much I could do just by walking around. It's not the case. So smaller town, difficult housing, feeling like I would get bored there. But again, when I was looking at Dumaguete, it wasn't a long-term stay. Like I was originally planning 3 to 6 months. That was it, and then I would use that as a base to hit a lot of Negros, go over to Siquijor. So that kind of deal is what I was looking for. So yeah, there was a lot of things. And then what happened in my look, when I was looking around, when I couldn't find a place, I got approached by one of my subscribers and he's like, hey, Chris, I've got a place that, if you want to rent, it's available. And, he's like, I'm going to retire in the end of October. He says, it's yours through the end of October. So this place here just kind of fell in my lap. And, it's incredible. I love this space. It's big. So that's kind of the whole story of Dumaguete, kind of what happened about it, why I'm not there. So I do plan on getting back to Dumaguete. I do plan on staying there. I made some great friends and connections. So I do plan on going there. That's kind of why I didn't move to Dumaguete, right? Right. Good question though. I will not eat balut. Nasty. Yes. I'm with you. I don't think so. Here's one of the things that I've heard about a little bit is that there's some ages with balut. So like they talk about weeks and the more the weeks that go on in the balut, the more developed the embryo is. So you kind of want a younger balut if you're going to try it. You don't want a beak poking out of there. But yeah, it doesn't look gross. But supposedly, I know this is going to sound disgusting, but supposedly the sauce is what is good. Like Joe's like, I won't eat the thing, but I'll drink the sauce. I'm like, oh, that even sounds gross too. It's like drinking egg yolk. Oh, yeah, no way, man. Oh, no way. Hey, Chris, I'm not going to be in Thailand. Okay. Hey, Chris, I'm going to be in Thailand in January and thought about coming to Cebu since we'll be part of the world. Yeah. Any recommendations on where I stay? Maybe I can hit you up for coffee. Yeah. So if you're coming in January, dude, that's right around Sinulog. So just be careful. It's the third Sunday in January. So heads up. And if you're coming then, you want to book now. So yeah. But if you're looking for places to stay, a lot of people stay at the Quest. Golden Prince, I think it was a place that I saw too. But they did have difference in pricing depending on if you call them directly. Let me see if I can find that real quick for you guys. I think it wasn't that long ago that, yeah. So check this out. Yeah. So I'll show you here real quick. Present, share screen, window, photos, share. So yeah, check this out. So this is a Golden Prince. So so what I wanted to show you right here though is this is if you call them directly, right? So their direct rates are a little bit different. And what do they say here? Yeah, I don't show a contact number on there, but you can see where they're at. They're right near the Cebu Business Park. Yeah. So yeah, big difference in prices if you call them directly. So I would check that out. So that's the Golden Prince. Yeah, Golden Prince Quest. You could stay at the, what do you call, Red Doors or Red Roof, whatever the hell. Red Doors. Yeah, Red Doors. You can stay there. It's not, nice place, but it would be a place with, I mean, it's okay, right? It's budget minded, decent bed, aircon, all that stuff. It's clean. I know people have stayed there. So yeah, Golden Prince, Quest, Red Doors, that's all in the Cebu Business Park. Now, if you're looking for more upscale, you could do Sita. Sita's got in both Ayala malls, there are Sita hotels, really nice. You could stay there. Yeah, a couple of options there for you. Yep. Get back to that island you were at. A lot of them. I know there's a lot, but my memory too, brother. Look at the stars. Yeah. Dude, Komodos Island. I love that place, man. I love that place. I love that little island. And I hope David's good. Shout out to David. Yeah, he reached out. He had a little bit of a bug, you said. My Google Maps doesn't look like that. Very cool. I need that version. Mike, I'm just browsing out on just the internet. I'm just browsing out. I think I need to download Google Earth. Yeah, Carrie, that was talked about in an early video. I currently use Western View. Yeah, they're everywhere. Yep. Yes. Where's Joe? You need to remember something. I know, right? Where's Joe when I need to remember something? Yeah. Where'd you stay at when you first got? Like which area? Where did I stay? Yeah. Where did I stay when I first got here? So when I moved to the Philippines a year ago, I stayed. I was in IT Park. And I stayed at an Airbnb in Avita Towers, right? Yes, Avita Towers, an Airbnb. I stayed there for 1 month, right across from the Cebu Mercado. I stayed there in IT Park. And like I said, 1 month. And I used that time to find a place. And it was fine, dude. It was easy. Within a couple of days, I had a place locked down. So it was, I didn't look right away. I used the first week to just kind of chill, relax, and get to know the lay of the land. And then the second week, I really started digging for a place. And that's when I found my spot. So yeah, really easy, really easy. But that's where I stayed when I first got here in IT Park, the Tower Avita, an Airbnb. And that's what I would do. Get an Airbnb or a hotel, whatever. Airbnb is, I think, a little bit cheaper. But then it allows you to, kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember how much I paid for the Airbnb. I think the Clark International Speedway has appeared in Chubb's Dubs. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check him out. I know that guy. Yep. Yeah. I'll have to. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I know his channel. Speaking of ATM, I tested my card one time here, checked the balance. About a week later, had a fraud charge. Yep, transfer money and use cash only. I'm with you, buddy. I don't use them at all. I really don't. They're sitting back for emergency. I just use cash and Gcash. Gcash, I'm actually a big fan of. I'm really liking that a lot. I'll transfer, so I'll use that to pay for some items. Now, the one disadvantage with Gcash is you got to have your phone's got to have some internet connectivity, and that can be a little bit of an issue if you're in one of the malls and if you're in kind of a dead spot. But Gcash, I'm also a big fan of. But I'm right with you. I don't use my cards at all. I really don't. Yep. Yeah, beer and balut. Ah, interesting. Yeah. All right. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna take lots of beer. I'm with you, man. I would need to start drinking again to eat balut, I think. Yeah, exactly. I think I would need some tequila to drink that crap, man, or eat that. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. When are you coming to the end of your current tenancy, and how easy to renew tenancy for a place you lived in? So it just kind of depends on the owner. So like the place I was in Selenia, they really wanted me to stay. They're like, no, don't go, please, please stay and keep up. But yeah, so I think it just depends, right? If the owner was coming back to Cebu, then yeah, I would have been not so good. But I think it just depends. I think most of the time, look, they want to rent to us. They can charge more and we're going to pay and all that stuff, right? So they want to rent to foreigners. So yeah, I don't think you really have a problem at all. Yeah, after 9. For money transfers, you use Remitly and pick up a BDO. Yep, exactly. What did you say about the debit card? Do you need to get it money? Do you have a BDO account? What does BDO get for the transfers? Yeah, I don't have a Philippines bank account yet, Benny, but I'll probably get one here real soon. I was waiting to kind of find out where I was going to move because I had some concern about where I was going to get what bank and if I could use it in wherever I was going to. But now that I know I'm living here, I'll go ahead and get a bank account here. And then transfer. It'd be a little bit easier to transfer. The Remitly charges, I think the fee is around $2 for me to transfer money. However, they don't give me the best exchange rate. So I think for an example, it was like, so the exchange rate when I did it last, I think it was around 55 pesos. And the exchange rate that I got was 53. So they give me like whatever, 2 pesos, per the dollar. So which adds up over, if you're doing a lot. But anyways, it's just convenient. But those are the fees that are involved when I transfer Remitly. And so again, like I think a $2 transfer fee with my debit card. And then they gave me whatever 53 pesos on the dollar. So it was around two pesos on that. And then yeah, so I don't have a BDO account yet, but I'll get an account here soon. I went once into a BPI bank to try to get an account, and I was told I could not, and I have not tried since then. So I think I could get one set up. It's a matter of finding the right bank and the right branch and the right all that stuff, right? So yeah, egg hatches on the 21st day. Usually 16 days is what they call balut spa puti, which means mostly egg yolk covered with white substance. And 18 days it's more developed, and the chick takes its form. Okay, good. Yes, I've heard that. I've heard a 16-day is yes. Yep. Yeah. Oof. Gross, brother. Gross. Yeah. 16 days, what you're looking for though, and then 18 days. Oh, dude, just the thought of it makes me sick. If you're referring to local hotel, yes, I stayed in the Red Planet, small budget hotel. But yep, absolutely, brother. No, and I appreciate your feedback on that. Yeah, so those 3, Golden Prince, Quest, and Red Planet, I think are good. Yep, good stuff, Benny. Thank you, brother. I'm with you, man. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Yeah, no thank you. How old are you? I'm 53, man. I just turned back in November. I'm 52 and trying to live a free life. Yeah, man. Here I am. Yep, same deal. Same thing. I was involved in a motorcycle accident, and as a result of that accident, I stayed home for 3 months and kind of recovering. And I was like, I'm done. Done with the I'm done with how my life is, right? I need to change. I want to change. My life needs to be more about dedicating myself to a career, right? That's what my life was. And that's what most of us do in the West. And they're not, look, there's really nothing wrong with that, right? Fundamentally, there really isn't. But I wanted to do something different. It woke me up, and it really, it changed my way of thinking and what's important and what I wanted to do and what do I want to do? Like what does this guy want to do? I've lived my life a lot for other people, you know, like helping people and kids and that. And what does this guy want to do? Right. And I really kind of looked at that and I was like, you know, I want to be around a happier environment, around friendlier people, maybe date again. Dating wasn't a big part of my kind of reasonings for coming here, but financial freedom was a place that I can live without, you know, not have to go to a job and be, you know, in that type of environment in corporate America. It's just yuck, man, yuck. So yeah, I was just done. You know, I was just done, and I came out here a year ago, and I really do. I love it out here, gentlemen. I love it out here. I love my life. You know, and granted, it doesn't solve the paradigm or the problem of life and not having problems. I still have problems out here, right? You know, which 30-year-old do I want to date? I'm just joking. Joe, I'm just joking. No, but everyone, I'm just joking. But no, seriously though, I mean, it doesn't solve, and there's always going to be problems, right? But so it doesn't solve that, but it does make it is easier to be out here, you know, and I don't worry about having to go and work and juggling all this stuff. And it slows down so much, you know, and I walk around and my day's about what I want it to be, you know, for the most part. You know, it's easier and simpler, less stress. Yeah, I invite you. Come on out, check it out. Do a scouting trip. Everybody, if you can, you know, do a scouting trip, come check it out, see what it's like. You get here and every day you wake up and you're like, could I live here? Ask yourself that question. Could I live here? And then also too, though, I think it's really important is what are my interactions like with other people? How am I being treated? Yep. Hey, Chris, do you struggle keeping a US phone with international plan, say T-Mobile, then bring an extra phone to use in the Philippines SIM when arriving for the day-to-day use? So if you're moving out here, you know, I use Skype for like my banks and stuff like that. I've got a whatever, it cost me like 30 bucks a year, I think, with Skype. I've got a phone number there. That's what I use for my United States phone number. But my phone here, I just have a Philippine SIM. I use Globe. It costs me, I think, 1,500 pesos a month. I've got like a 20 gig plan. I also use it as a hotspot for like my iPad. Big fan. I like that. So I don't have two phones. I just use that. You could probably get a dual SIM. Actually, I got a brand new phone. It might have a dual SIM. But anyways, I should look into that actually. But yeah, that's what I do regarding phone. I actually got rid of my United States phone number simply because it was my work number for 20 years, and I didn't want people calling me still. They would still be calling me today. Chris, I need help. You know, my computer's crashed. What's going on? You know, they'd still be calling me today, and I'd still be helping them. You know, because I cannot. I'm wired that way, right? So, anyways, so yeah, I actually got rid of all my phone stuff in my phone number, and I use Skype. There's a lot of guys though talk about, I think it's called Mint Mobile, that Ryan Reynolds company. That might be a better option. You might want to look into that. And the reason I say that is because of voicemail. I don't have voicemail where I'm at, but I think Mint Mobile does. So yeah, then you just go, you get your SIM card, and you've got yourself set up with a phone. Real simple. Yeah, the phone wasn't the hardest part about getting my phone set up was finding the dang Globe store. And if you're in the Cebu Business Park, look back. I did a video. Maybe I should redo it. It's been a while. I'll do one for IT Park since I'm out here now. But I did a video of like the Cebu Business Park. It goes over where to find JRC. It goes over where to find Globe. It kind of shows you the layout of the mall, where to find the metro. I recommend that video for anyone coming to the Cebu Business Park, just to kind of watch it and give you the lay of the land, shows you where stuff at. But that was the hardest part with the phone, was finding the dang Globe, man. No kidding. It probably took me a week to find that dang store because it's hidden. It is hidden. Same with JRC. JRC is outside the freaking mall. It's not part of the mall. So definitely watch that video. I go through it for you. Did you spend like a tourist in the beginning? Yes, JC, I did. Actually, I was spending like a tourist the last 6 months. And I had to like, oh crap. I looked at my bank account. I'm like, uh-oh, I can't live like this for 6 years. So yeah, I did a lot of traveling. I was going all over. Joe and I were doing everything in the world. We're having fun. And yeah, so yes, you have to. So look, if you want to have the budget like I had the past 6 months and just kind of travel over like once a month and maybe kind of do something fun, spent, with a Filipina, we were spending around 3,000 US for that kind of lifestyle, which is nice, right? Not bad, good times. But I would say in the very beginning, JC, I was pretty conservative with my spending. I mean, I bought a motorcycle and stuff like that. But yeah, the first 6 months I was pretty conservative. The last 6 months I kind of went all out. That's what a 30-year-old girlfriend will do, though, right? Oh my gosh. Yes, I am gonna have a Patreon account. So there's some things around that. I set up memberships for 1 week and I took them down. I didn't like how I was separating my audience with memberships. I did not want that. I did not like that. And that was one of the things I was like, well, let's create a community group on Facebook, because there's some things I want to post that don't make good YouTube videos, right? And I could post them there and I'm not worried about it, right? Like I did a video on my equipment. That's a video I don't want to put on YouTube because it won't do well. There's a lot to think about when you post a video on YouTube. Like, is it 8 minutes? Is it long enough? Is it going to be a topic that people are going to watch? And if they don't watch it, that can really impact all your channels. So some of that really specialized, some of that niche stuff, I'll put out in these Facebook groups or a Patreon account also. But you're right. I'm going to look to that down the road. I worry about separating my audience in a lot of ways and having the perception it's just about money kind of deal. I don't want to do that. But I also want to give people an avenue if they want to contribute, that's welcome, right? Because honestly, it really is. It'd be really incredible to open that up. And I know there's people who want to. So I will be setting up. I think Patreon is the avenue I want to go for that because it's completely separate. It's out there. It's like a separate entity. It's not part of Google. The other part of Google is, they take a cut, they take whatever, 40%. So, that's a little bit frustrating too. So, but yeah, I'll work on that in the next couple of weeks and probably set that up. And I'll probably put information in the community tab about that. That's the other, thing I like about the Facebook community group is that stuff I can just post out there that I don't really feel guilty about. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, comparing Selenia Tower 2 to Tower 3. Yeah, no, it looks great. I think Tower, so they've got, how many towers do they have, man? I was in Tower 1. And there's 2 new towers. There's a new tower that's opening up in April. So yeah, I love it. Man, guys, I highly, highly recommend Selenia for a place to stay, especially for the first-time foreigner. You can't beat it, gentlemen. You just can't. You walk out your door and there's the mall right there. You got everything you could do to eat. The one thing, though, I will say about that area, it's probably not the best area for dating. It's not, because that mall you really want to avoid for dating. The women that you're going to meet there they're looking for you, which is not a good situation, gentlemen. Trust me, it's not. So yeah, that's the one downside I would say about the Cebu Business Park. It's not good for dating. So if dating isn't your thing, like it wasn't for me, dude, it's really great. And so what does that mean it's not good for dating? So just travel 5 minutes out and then go to a place that is good for dating. But it's, as far as a place to live, gentlemen, Selenia Towers, A1, man. I mean, really, really great. You can, like, so walk across the street. You got tons of restaurants and eateries. You got a safe community that's there. You walk anywhere all the time. Selenia itself, they have tons of security in the towers. There's no one getting to your room. The one disadvantage too in the dating area also is that, look, if you're going to bring a girl back to your place, they got to go through a lot of scrutiny to get there. They're going to have to give IDs and all that stuff, which is great. And it's very secure. But if you're more of a dating guy, that might not be the best place for you, right? I mean, Joe was there a week and they were still trying to kick her out. And Joe was the second girl that I had, kind of had been around that place. So not many, but they're really strict around that. So just kind of a heads up, right? So, but other than that, other than the dating aspect of the business park in Selenia, I think it is a really, really fabulous place to be. Great gym. Granted, some nuances around the gym there too, but really cool pool and that kind of deal. So highly recommend it. Yes, Zinks. Thank you, brother. Salamat. Salamat. Yes, thank you. Really do. I appreciate that. Yes, good info. Yeah, thank you, man. I'm trying. And good at so I've got the rookie perspective. Now, granted, I've been here a year, but it's still in the world of life and living, right? It's 1 year. But I want to help you guys out. Here's the thing. I know what it was like to move here. I remember in those first couple months, man, they're rough. Even the first 2 months before you come here, you're like, oh crap, what am I doing? Everyone's telling me no, don't go. My family's like, are you crazy? What's wrong with you? All that stuff, right? And then you get here and you're like, oh crap, there's a little bit of that, right? So I really just want to help people out and transition and get here and get going and that kind of deal. So thank you. I appreciate it. Chris only uses Gcash, but it's the word cash in the name. Dude, there's a G-Spot bar here. I'm not making this up, and I'm not being, you guys know me, right? I'm pretty PG-13, but there's a G-Spot bar right around the corner. That's crazy. I'll have to hit that up sometime. Only way I'll do is the rotten egg is through IV. Yes, I don't think I would ever eat that. Oh, no way. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no way would I eat balut. No way. Yeah, I hear you, man. You're fine. I'm a Filipino and I don't like balut. Yes, Summer. Hey, Summer, how you doing, sweetie? I hope you're good. Yeah, yeah. A lot of Filipinos don't like balut. Yeah. They also, let's see, where am I at in time? 8:30, 8:42. Okay, not bad. They also sell and make street food called Dales. Okay. They're male chickens, no hatchery. No hatchery, want male chicks. So Southeast Asia, they get turned into food. Okay. I think, yeah, nasty, but awesome. Yeah, no way. Oof. Yeah, you can count me out of raw eggs, man. Ryan, no Rocky Balboa hair, man. I'm surprised you got back in the saddle after your accident. Yes, dude. Yeah, me too. Very surprised. Very, very surprised. I'm stuck in my peak earnings, but only think about when it's over. Yeah, I hear you, Philip. Oh, I got you. Plus, you got the big director gig, man. I hear you. No, and it's same with me, man. I was making 6 figures, but that accident woke me up. It woke me up to, you know what? We just don't know. And what do I want to do, right? So here's one of the thoughts I had about this whole deal. Would you rather live 20 years in prison or 10 years on the beach? And that's kind of the mindset that had to me. Not that I feel like my life will be short here, but really I just like, man, I just couldn't do it anymore. I could not do it another day. I was just out. I was done. And just the whole world of it, right? The whole world of how I was treated, the accident, and oh man, it all of it kind of compounded and just made me wake up to this is a horrible living environment. Absolutely horrible. And I can't do it anymore. I need out. I need to be around friendlier people. I need to be around where I can, not working 60 hours a week to be abused. I'm done, man. I am just done with it. And then dating, not that I was super interested in dating, but it was like, whatever. I mean, yeah, man, I hear you though. I get it. And sometimes you just have to, you look at the financial, like that's for me, it's a one-way ticket. I can't go back to the United States. I can't go back and live there on the money that I'm living on here. There's no way. But here, look, I mean, this is my life that I get to have here. Great. It is though. It's a one-way ticket. And I knew that coming out, but I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back, right? I love being here. You kidding me? Yeah, it's good. It's good here. Fried on a stick chicken. Bones are still soft, they say. Eat them like a corn dog. Yeah, all right. Okay, yeah. I think I have seen those. Yeah, I don't know, brother. I'm not sure. I think there's so much better things to eat, right? Sitting on the corner, munching the balut and chicken feet. Yeah, hoping nobody notices. I'll take the mango. I'll take the mango all day long. Is Jill watching the live? Yes, I'm pretty sure she's watching. Oh, yes. Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's watching. She'll catch up later, too. Yeah. I know, right? It's just, dude, it's unlike anything you can think. But look, I talk about this a lot. It's not like you get off the airplane and boom, they're there. But you can definitely look. You're the shiny new lure. You're the shiny guy, and so that creates a lot of interest. And not only that, we're liked and we're respected. There's a lot of, even with the men, they respect and like Americans. It's very big in the culture here. So you're walking into an environment where the odds are stacked towards you, not against you, like in the United States. You're really walking into a great environment where you're pretty much almost an instant celebrity just by being here. I wouldn't say a celebrity, but you're sought after, versus kind of thrown away. And they really want an older, more dependable, more secure man. So even when you're 50s, 60s, and 70s, they don't look at age like we do. If anything, it's a benefit, So it's really, really, really cool, man. Really awesome place to be here for an older aging gentleman who wants to be back into dating and a happier, healthier environment, gentlemen. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. Last question tonight. I'm going to help. Yes, going to help Joe out to see if she's not there. Would remind you that you forgot to shave. I know, right? She actually likes it a little bit. She likes the Jason Statham or whatever. It starts to tickle though, where she's like, "Go shave." Yeah, Joe. Yeah, sweet Joe. Yeah, we have similar stories. Yep, goals, etc. I got laid off in September from a long IT career. Made a decision not to work again. Just made use and save. Yep. Trade in the stock market to live here. Oh, okay. Yeah, brother. And if you're in Cebu, let's hang out. You're absolutely right. We have a lot in common. Yeah, look me up, dude. Like I said, the Facebook community group. If you're in there, that's kind of how I'm setting up stuff. And then every Monday at 2 p.m. Right now it's the Starbucks. But that could change. Now, when considering moving to the Philippines, do you have to consider other things like dressing up in woman clothes? By having my R's makes me call me Shirley. Yes, there's Joanne. Yes, right. That's all we hear from Joe. Right. Yes, thanks for being here. Oh, you changed the name again. Just Joe. Okay. Yeah, good for you. Right. Oh, sweetie. How do you buy a condo in Cebu? Well, yeah, you just hook up with a real estate broker or the builder, and you can buy in. So what's really popular here, Kimmin, is you get involved in the build process, and you actually buy it before it's all the way built. Like Selenia, right? They got a tower that's going up. They got 2 towers. The one tower that's going to be ready in like April. It's almost already all sold out. So there's a lot of that type of buying. So you can get involved there with like the builder, or you can buy it whatever from a real estate like secondhand. So it's a big buying market here in Cebu right now, man. Lots of places going up. What's the name of that property, Joe? I think it Mandawi Bay that we were looking at or whatever. I can't remember the name of it, but really big. There are a lot of properties going up. Probably, I don't even know, maybe 10 different big condo buildings that are going up right now. So just massive. Love that, right? Great time to buy, great time to rent, whatever. I'm considering buying. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I go back and forth on it all the time. I really do like Cebu City. I can see myself being here. I've always said that Cebu City is probably where I'll start and where I'll finish my journey, just because there's major hospitals here and stuff like that. But yeah, no, there's lots of options here. Here, I use T-Mobile for everything. 5 gig of data a month, unlimited text. Yep, but the draw is I have T-Mobile Wi-Fi for local international calls. And the Wi-Fi here, guys, isn't as good as what you have in other places. It's really not. The Wi-Fi is, you don't have, like in the United States, you got freaking Wi-Fi everywhere, and it's free. It's easy to hop on. Boom, boom, boom. Here, it's not. I mean, even going to the IL Mall and trying to get on the free Wi-Fi there is really a pain in the butt. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You get 1 hour. The Wi-Fi here isn't as plentiful as it is in the West, but yeah, it's around. I have a 20 gig plan. I could probably drop it down to probably 15 or 10, but I use it for a hotspot for my iPad also. So yeah, should set up your Patreon. Yeah, thank you, brother. I will set that up. I really do. I appreciate it. I would just, like I said, I did Google memberships just for a moment, and I got that was kind of gross for me, and it separated my audience. So I will get that set up. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, 30-year-old girlfriend tough life. I know, right? Dude, just amazing. Just amazing. Just amazing. I mean, come on, man. Come on. A 53-year-old guy like me, I was in an apartment in Colorado. I mean, granted, I made okay money, right? Just above six figures, but cost of living in Denver is high, So for me, in a car that was I had a 2009 Mazda Speed 3 GT. Love that little turbo car, fun. But it was 2009, right? So I had a car that was old, and there's no way. There is no way I would have a girlfriend like Joe in the United States. No way. No way. And here we are. And yeah. There she is. Just Joe. What's up? What's up, Jing? Hope you're good there, sweetie. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Where have you been? Where have you been, Joe? But good morning, girl. Hope you're good there. I really do. Yeah. I'm with you. It's gross. Well, what? So look, man. Yeah. You want to give people an option who want to, like, Phil, if someone's just going to give you cash for doing this kind of work, you're going to be like, okay, great. But you also don't want to turn people off from it, right? And so the memberships to me were just a little bit weird. I felt it was just a little bit creepy, right? A little bit gross in that regard. But setting something up for where people can give to make a contribution, that would also be cool. And that would actually really help me out, right? Like we've talked about, your big earning potentials. I'm 53, so granted, I'm not so worried about when I get to 59 and a half, but I do have to be careful between now and 59. I really do. I got 6 years. So, people contributing financially, if they wanted to, I mean, I'd be stupid not to take that, right? So, but yeah, the memberships to me, there was a lot of things I just didn't like about it. It separated my audience where I felt like I needed to kind of do more. And then, well, wait a second, what about these people who are just watching my channel, which also helps, right? So I didn't really like that at all. So I think the Patreon way to do, and then it's separate, right? It's completely out there. I can offer special stuff on the Patreon, but it doesn't, like my normal YouTube subscribers don't feel isolated. They don't even know whatever's there, right? So I feel like it's a good service for what I'm looking to do. But but I understand, but I also understand why people do memberships. It's money potentially that you're just kind of not taking advantage of, right? What are you speaking of? You're spending $3K US on some local trips. I'm from Manila, recently went to Boracay for a week and didn't even hit 1K. And that was a budget trip. Yeah, some are so, just kind of traveling around, got a little bit of expensive traveling for two, right? Just Joe and I. So, spending good 3K a month, honestly. So yeah, we were doing it. I was blowing through, I'd wire myself 100,000 pesos, and I was doing that every month. So that's 1,800 US. And then of course you got another 20,000 in bills from my rent, probably, I'd spend around 250,000. So let's look at that, right? Stop, present, share screen, convert, share. So yeah, what do we say? So I was spending, so I'd send myself 100,000. Yeah, so that's like right around 1,800. And then my rent was what did I say? 20,000. So let's just say, about 150,000. Yep, there we go. That's about what I was spending per month right there. 2,600. So not bad. And that's living the life, right? That's living the life. That's living a good life. That's traveling all around. That's doing some serious spending. So yeah, but more than what I want to do the first year. Like I don't have a problem with that budget when I'm 57 or 58 potentially, but when I'm 53 and just getting here, I need to be a little closer to that 24 a year kind of deal, right? I need to stay close to the 2,000 a year or 2,000 a month mark for just to be safe, right? For me, yeah. But yeah, no, you can spend money. I know guys. Actually, I don't know guys, but watching other channels and other people talking about it, there's guys who spend $5 a month. I don't know how, but they do. But you don't need a lot. But then that's kind of why we're here. Yes, Benny. Hello, Joanne. Hey, Bill. How's it going, man? Yeah, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being here. Solinia, is that the one attached to the mall? It's not attached to the mall. It's just across the street. So I'll show you where. Yes, I'm getting used to this kind of sharing the screen stuff. Gosh, you would think I was an IT guy, right? So when you look, so here's the Ayala Mall, right? So there's the Ayala Mall, and right there is Solinia. So it's just right across the street, man, right there. So and it's this whole area right here, right? It's all. You look at Negros Road, it's that whole area, and they got like 5 towers. They got a tower here, tower there, and then 2 towers here that they're building. And then since we got the map up, right here, guys, this is that running area. So right, this kind of block all the way right through here, and there's a Pig and Palm that we talked about and recently in a couple things on the community post. But anyways, so yeah, that's the running area right there. Ayala Mall all through right here. And Solinia is just right there. The Golden Prince, you can see, that's a place we looked at earlier. That's right there. There's your House of Lechon. And then there's the Quest Hotel, right? Like right in here, right? There's your Quest. The red doors, I keep wanting to say red roof, but the red doors, gentlemen, is right here. So that's where you're at for your red doors. And here's another place too. The Hop Inn Cebu. That's a really popular place also. That's not, yeah, you can see here, 1,800 pesos. Not so bad. Yeah, 2.7 for the Quest, Golden Prince. Yeah, 1.4. So remember too on that pricing that I posted earlier, you want to call them to get the best pricing. But yeah, so these are some great places. And then the Cita Hotel is kind of right along here as well. Well, here's another place I was telling you guys about, the City Sports the Club. So this is where they have some pickleball there. Really cool place. We actually walked by there the other day. So yeah. That's a little bit of that area there. And what was the question around that? Yes, Solinia attached to the mall. So yeah, it's not directly attached to the mall, but you can see by the map it's right there. So yeah, hope that helps. So where would you stay that has nice condos and good for dating? I don't know. So what? So there's some advice, Rike, right? Rike, kind of the master of dating advice in the Philippines. I don't know if you watch his channel at all. But he talks about how you probably don't want to ever bring a girl back to your place for like the first 3 months. Just kind of depends. I know it sounds kind of gross, right? I couldn't imagine if I was dating somebody and then you've been dating for whatever amount of time and you're at the next stages of that relationship and you're like, hey, you want to go get a hotel? I mean, how do you handle that, right? Oh, gross. But so I don't know. What would be a so there's that advice. Don't wait 3 months before you have a girl go back to your place. But yeah, I don't know. It's a great question. Probably somewhere. Solinia is probably not it for that. There really isn't because they're really strict on security. There's got to be some condos around there that might be a little bit better. The only place I stayed at was Solinia, so I'm not sure. But yeah, that's not. Yeah, Joe the troublemaker, right? We locked up a little bit. Where are we at? There we go. Do those tower offer 30 days, month to month? I don't think they do, Zinks. You can ask. So the thing about the real estate brokers, though, if you use them, they make their money based on your length of stay. So if they sign you to a year lease, they make more money versus 6 months or whatever. But month to month stuff, those brokers don't make anything. So they're not gonna you're probably not gonna. It'd be hard to find that. You might be able to. Your best to bet if you're looking for month-to-month Zincs is Airbnb. That's your best bet for that, and you'll pay a little bit more, but that would be your option for that. Benny, a bar called the G Spot. Yeah, am I that far behind in comments? Yeah, I thought that was a conservative country. Yeah, well, it's got its moments. It's got its pockets of crazy, but there's a bar called the G Spot. It's right down the street. Yeah, I'll have to hit that sometime. Yeah. I'll shut down the North Island Bridge. I shut down the North Island Bridge in San Diego in the 90s. I'll stick with 3/4 wheels now versus, brother, I hear ya. Oh, body tightens up all right and not safe. Yeah, I hear you, man. Trust me, I get it. I get it. Joe is great. No chance you'd get a girl like that in the United States. No, not, yeah. Yep, I agree, man. Yep. I'd have to be, what do you call? Guy from Amazon, Jeff or Microsoft, right? Just, yeah, it's just different. There she is. Mandani Bay, of course. Oh, sweetie. When you coming home, man? When you coming home? She's about ready to shoot me. Oh, I drive her crazy. I know it. Sorry, sweetie. I do. Can you imagine? Oh, gosh. Yeah, Mandawi Bay. So that's the place I'm looking at to potentially, buy or whatever. It's down the road. Looks like a great project. I hear great things about it. I think it's a Mega World property, right? Which is a great builder. So yeah. When you buying a condo, is it different than buying property that's not on land? Yeah. So I owned a condo in the United States. I had a three bedroom, two bath condo with an office in the United States. So yeah, I don't know if it's any different. I know they offer a lot of these things where you kind of pay it off in like 3 years or something. Like you get like 3 big bulk payments. But yeah, it is hard to get a loan. Like I don't think you can get a loan. So either you pay it off, or you can do like that 3 payment thing. Speaking of Rocky, in my late 20s, I did the raw egg. Yep, nothing for months, liquid amino acids after my workout. Yep, yeah, yes, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's gross. I can only imagine, man. Oh, dude, yeah, it's gross. I remember that too. I've done it a couple times myself. Raw egg in the blender. I joined the Facebook group and posted a pic of myself and my girlfriend. Yes, yeah, absolutely. We're a new group, but we're really kicking it off. We're doing a lot in there. So yeah. Just Joanne. Yes. I'll watch your video later for sure. Recently read the U.S. government report indicating they were going to help the Philippines begin upgrading the nuclear power and provide fuel for their power plant. Interesting. Yes, but you could bring your Filipino. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. And here's why. We adapt. Like I'm adapting to the Philippines culture, right? I'm adapting, and I wanted that, right? I want the Philippines to do its magic on me because I need it. Ask Joe. I'm still not there yet. But you bring your Filipino back to the United States, they are also going to adapt. I mean, seriously, especially as we get older, think about it, right? Let's say I was whatever, in my 60s and take Joe back to the United States. I'm nothing against Joe, right? Just we're going to adapt. She's going to adapt. And is she going to, and let's say, whatever. And she's even younger and I'm in my 60s. You get a 20, 30-year-old girl and you're in your 60s and 70s. You think you got a chance in the United States of keeping that girl? No way, brother. That's my thought. I think it's much better to stay here. And I just wanted out of the US. It didn't have anything to do with the dating for me, honestly, either. I was just done. I wanted away from it. I wanted away from the politics. I wanted away from the race hate, the gender hate, the political hate. I wanted away from all of that, dude. I could not deal with that anymore. I was just done. And I wanted to just be here in a friendly, happier environment. But you're right. Some guys do that and they move. But here's an option, right? If you don't want to do the Philippines, and you want a Filipino wife, get your Filipina and then move to Thailand, right? Or move to Spain. You know, I think that makes more sense than back in the United States, where you're just going to be around the toxic behavior that's there and expose your incredibly beautiful, in many ways, Filipina to a toxic culture who's eventually going to kind of take on a lot of that themselves, right? We all do. We all adapt to our environment. Yes. Hello, Just Joe. Yes, U.S. is now building up 6 to 9 bases there. Yep, I've heard that. But I heard they're co-bases, right? They're not like full on. Yeah. Philippines has also signed defense pacts. They signed with Australia and Japan. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's some stuff building up here. Yes. Yes. Joe, if you have better internet connection, babe, we could bring you in. Subic Bay. I remember hearing about Subic Bay from Navy old timers. Yeah. No, I think they're building some stuff up again here. Yep. It's coming around. 853. Yep. I believe so. Not sure the base names of the areas. China is pushing hard. Yeah. Yeah, China, there's some stuff going on out there. I don't really follow a ton of it. I have seen some things with like fishing boats and channels being blocked and stuff like that. But yeah, I just kind of bury my head in the sand. Alcoves is part of the mall. Okay, yeah, that's the name of it, Sean. Yep, I think you're right on. Yep, alcoves. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it does add up when you're paying for two. Yep. But but you're doing good there, giving good advice for good people. Yeah, planning to move. Thank you so much, Summer. Yep, I appreciate it. Salamat. I hope you're good here as well. Red Planet, yes. Yeah. Red Doors, Red Planet. You know, it just the whole I could remember if I really wanted to, but I just like, I don't mind stuff like that important. Morton, yes. Good morning. A little late. What happened to the motorbike dealer videos? Dude, I was just talking about that. I got it shot. We had some problems around Ducati. Their floor room was kind of tore up. They were doing some AC work, so we weren't able to shoot Ducati. But I did shoot a couple of other ones. I can't remember which ones. I know BMW was one of them. And maybe was it Harley? Yeah, I have 2 videos, but it's a lot of edit work because they're all cut up. So I've just been busy with a move and busy with some other stuff, so I haven't gotten to it yet, but I did shoot it. 38, I've never been to Cebu. Yeah, come out, check it out. I need to go soon. I don't want to be a tourist on my own. Yes, you should come. I love it out here. I love Cebu. For people, it's a Sinulog song. That song gets stuck in my head about a month from now. I love Cebu. Yeah, I love it here. I really do. I love it. I'm afraid of stray dogs due to rabies. Are there a lot of in Cebu City? I heard Mactan Island has a lot. Yeah, Saturn, there are some stray dogs and cats. I talked a little bit about that. You kind of get used to it. I think it's one of those things, Saturn, that you would just kind of, I understand it's a fear, and I know it's a fear of a lot of people, but when you get out here, I don't think it'll be anything that once you kind of live for a little bit, you almost don't see them anymore. You know, it is one of those things that they just kind of disappear and you just kind of wander around. I don't really see like aggressive, you know, when I think of a rabid dog, that kind of deal, I really don't see anything even close to that. I see a lot of dogs with mange, right? A lot of dogs that are on the verge of just kind of collapsing, you know? So it's a hard environment for dogs. I don't think they have a long lifespan here, unless they're taken care of by somebody. But I think dogs like that you're talking about, they quickly find their way, you know, to their end. It's a hard life for dogs. A lot of you know, skin kind of stuff that's going on here, where they don't really have a kind of a long life, especially ones that are just kind of street dogs. Chris, I see you're a fan of running your AC as well. My power bill over in CDO is killing me, 10K. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about the power bill here. I'll be honest with you. But my power bill in my old place, it was around 3K. But that was a studio. It'll be interesting to see what it's like here. Yeah, man, the map share is a good function. Oh, cool. It's cool watching your computer skills grow on these lives. Yeah, man, keep at it, and there may be a career somewhere down the road. Yeah, I'm getting used to it all. It's fun, though. I actually really enjoy it. It's fun. Yes, Joe. I know. Compo time. What was happening at what time was that comment? 9:01? Yeah. I don't remember 8 minutes ago what I was talking about. I agree with the comments here. Joe, she is incredible. She really is. Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Chris, maybe you and Joe open a budget hotel that guarantees the rooms and bedding are clean and changed hourly. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Oh, man. What would we call that hotel? Huh? Yeah. I'm unvaxxed. When I was there earlier this year, I had to have a clear COVID test before I could fly there. Do I still need testing before the flight? I don't think there's anything around that, Ricky. I do recommend, I think she's still doing this. I recommend a channel called Jennifer Terry. She was masterful at providing the latest information regarding travel to the Philippines. I don't think there's anything like that now, but check her out for a resource. I don't think there is though. Yeah, I really don't. But honestly, I'm no expert on that topic, as I've been here a year now. Yes, you have a good point. The Filipinos will assimilate, to the country, and they will move to. We all do. It's part of being a human being. We're going to adapt, and I'm really excited about my assimilation into the Philippines culture. I'm ready for it. I welcome it. I actually really do. I love it here. I really love it here, and I love the people that are here. So I'm excited to be around warm, friendly kind of people. And then it'll happen. Like if I go back to the United States, I'm back road rage. I'm back all that other, chaos and crazy that's there. And if I bring somebody with me, eventually they'll be there too. Right. I think you could do it, but you'd really have to really, and I think that's life in general in the United States, right? If you've got a really good, strong community of people that you can be around, maybe a good church community or whatever, or if you're in the Midwest, you can keep your kind of bubble a little bit small and just isolate yourself to good people. I think you'd be fine. Yeah, too sensitive. Yeah, no, you're right, Joe. You are. And most Filipinos are, not just you. You're right. You are. Yep. Absolutely, Joe. Yeah. It's not like that here, gentlemen. It's really not. It's a very, gosh, even the men. I mean, I've seen interactions with Filipino men and American men that are just, the Filipino men are really offended by Western men and how they interact and how they are. It's just, we're different. And it's not until you get here that you start to see it. And then when you really start to make some Filipino friends, you start to see just how relaxed they are and how much more sensitive they are and how much more, this whole saving face thing where they don't want to offend, they're just very, that way in their being. And Westerners, we're like, bam, 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 we're pretty intense. I feel like the whole country is like a bunch of New Yorkers now, and we're just that, or maybe they're a little more intense, right? But yeah, it's being away from it, you can really see the differences. Plus, if you go back to the U.S., yeah, right? No, I wouldn't. I'd have to go back to 9 to 5, right? Which I actually really enjoyed the work that I did. I just didn't like the department that I worked for, and even then, I really enjoyed most of my coworkers. The leadership was just gross; they were disgusting. But I really did love the work that I did. The entitlement and the lack of social respect is too much to handle here now. Yep, absolutely, man. Yeah, I'm with you. If you love your Filipino partner, you won't bring her into the hate culture. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I think it's a bad move for us to do. And yeah, absolutely, for many reasons. Yeah, you're right. Even for her, and to be exposed to that. And look, to be away from her family. I mean, good luck with that, right? Filipinos are so close and tight-knit with their families. You wanted to try to take them across the world away from their family. And if you do it, make sure you got a freaking rice maker on landing and a 10-pound bag of rice there. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend bringing a lovely Joe to toxic. Yeah, no, you're right, brother. Right on. Yep. The U.S. is crappy. Coming from service. Yep, from a service member. Yeah, it's been getting old for a while. I'm set to come to the Philippines midsummer. Yep. China isn't there. Yeah, I think we're good here, man. I do. I mean, I'm not worried about that kind of stuff, really. Whatever. Maybe it's me being naive, but I'll just go to the beach and chill out. I'm not, whatever. I don't know. Yes, no restrictions anymore. Okay, good. Yeah, thanks, man. I didn't think there was. Yep. Only way age gap works in North America is when Old man is rich. Yep. Being a movie star. Yep. Right. Yep. I think you're right on there. Yeah. Super sticker. Yeah. Thanks, Ro. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Salamat. Salamat. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Carefree Joes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. What would be the name? Hotel name Lizard Licks. I like that. Lizard Licks. Oh, what if the only way to assimilate was to eat balut? Oh, all right. I would eat balut. That's hilarious. Eat balut or lose Joe. Oh my gosh. I know, right? Oh man. No, I don't know, man. Yeah. All right. I'll eat balut. Hotel name Trixie Joe. Short time. Oh, freaking love it, man. Oh, it's so funny. Yes. Right. Oh my gosh. I'm LGBTQ and I'm offended by extreme left. Yeah, it's just, dude, we're so uptight about it all, aren't we? I mean, just as Westerners and Americans, and I love how free it is here. People are just open about it. They really are, you know? Yeah, I'm just, there's so many great things about being here that I really like. You know, you can just, people are people out here, you know? Yeah, good for you. Yeah, we're a little bit kooky and crazy out there to the extreme, you know, to the extreme. Oh, snap. I just thought you can finally use your room. Yes, I ran it yesterday. I ran it yesterday, man. I could use my vacuum down here. Oh, that's so funny, dude. I packed my vacuum in my suitcase. I didn't want it to be damaged. I just bought the dang thing in the United States. I took the battery out. I didn't, because you can't fly with it, right? But I had my freaking vacuum in my suitcase on the airplane. How crazy is that, man? Oh, if he really care, he would eat. Yeah, make sure of the video. I think Joe will eat balut. Like I said, she likes the juice. She said you can stay for you there to stay forever. Yeah, can of beans. I'm here. This is home. Like I said too, it was, you know, granted, I don't know what my financial situation is. I don't know what my financial situation will be, right, in the next decade or so. I mean, granted, it's doing well, right? I'm on track to be good, but it's pretty much a one-way ticket for me unless something dramatically changes. But I don't know if I'd want to go back, even if, you know, whatever. I was set to have a good retirement in the States, right? I was replacing my income. When I was looking at it, I can't remember, you know, I think my yearly was about 80,000 for retirement if I worked up through retirement age in the United States. So, I mean, I would have had a good retirement in the United States, but now, you know, leaving at 53, you know, I'm looking at 36,000, right? Is what I'm looking to retire at. So, you know, that good luck doing that in the United States. So, I mean, unless something changes financially, which it could, I mean, who knows? That's a lot of time. And I'm pretty motivated. I'm pretty busy, you know, with YouTube and other things and networking. So, I mean, it's hard to say. I don't really have a desire to go back. If anything, what I see is, you know, do a lot more travel around other areas of Southeast Asia, you know, maybe up to Vietnam. And Vietnam changed their visas to 3 months as of August, I believe. So, you know, there's a lot of things to do around here. But yeah, I see it here being home for a long time. Planning on moving over there early summer. Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, where are you looking to go? You looking to come to Cebu? Where are you looking to go to? Lots of options, right? Joe should change her channel name to More Carefree Joe, right? Or, yeah. Oh my gosh. Right? Oh, vacuum on air. I know, dude. Gosh, my sister, she pointed this out. So when I got in my accident, my sister Wendy, thank you for coming out, by the way. My sister Wendy came and stayed with me for 2 weeks because I was in a wheelchair, and not only that, I was newly in a wheelchair and newly surgery and all that stuff. So she helped me move stuff around. And one of the first things I bought was like a vacuum that I could use with my little handheld one. You know, just so freaking funny, man. Yeah, I like to clean crap up. I like to live in a clean space. I don't like to live in a dirty space. So yeah, I really a big fan of the electric vacuum. I got it right down. It's right over there, plugged in, and I used it already. Oh, too funny, brother. Too funny. Uh, I knew we'd still need the vacuum. Yes, yes, it's here. It's hooked up. It's plugged in. It's ready. Too funny. How do you charge your Roomba, Chris? I was going to ship my Shark iRobot for the floors. Yeah. So thankfully it worked here. So they do have them. So honestly, if I was to do it all over again, I might not bring it with me because there is some concern about whether or not the charge is going to be compatible. Thankfully, it charges here no problem. But you can go to a place. There's a place called, what's it called, Joe? Show Me. Yeah, like XI, and they have electronics there, and you could buy vacuums and stuff there. I bought my air filter. I've got an air filter right back there that I bought from there. So they do have that kind of stuff here. Maybe it might be a little bit more, but you can get them there. Yes, just Joanne. Chris, I've been watching that Roomba do its thing. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I'm going to do today, man. I'm going to sit and watch the vacuum. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm balling here. And so in Southern California or so CSS. Yeah. Yeah. Cebu is okay, but very crowded. What other countries in Southeast Asia have you visited? I've not. This is it for me. This is my first stop. This is my base. I plan on hitting Thailand. I plan on going to Bangkok. Bangkok was my first city. When I was looking to come out here, Bangkok was it. Bangkok was my focus. You can still, and I think it is still a great option. They got modern transportation, probably better medical, better infrastructure. But yeah, so I haven't been anywhere else, but Thailand, I could see going to, hanging out, visiting. I love to go up to Chiang Mai outside the burn season, right? Yeah, so Thailand, I love to ride motorcycles around Thailand. I could see going to Vietnam, Da Nang, right? There's some cool areas there. Maybe Cambodia, Laos. So yeah. Well, Malaysia. I want to get out to Kuala Lumpur, Jakarta, so Bali. Yeah, those are all places I could see kind of getting out to. Probably not live. I'd probably always be here in Cebu, Cebu City. I potentially live here throughout, but travel around Singapore. I'd love to go out to Singapore. I really like it here. And I like the cities, though. I like city. Like I said, I like getting out. I like walking around. I like that idea of walking around, going to food, walking around, maybe going to a mall, or I like that. I don't want to be, I'm not the kind of guy where, you be in the country somewhere and just kind of look out at the ocean all day or, stare at a rice field. I mean, those are beautiful places and places I want to visit, but not places I want to live, right? I like the city. I like going out to the Subumankata at IT Park and finding food and stuff like that, right? I love that. That I love, right? So yeah, I'm a city guy. I really am a city guy. I enjoy it. I like pickleball. I want to go find pickleball. I like going to gyms and just all the things you can do in the city. I love that, right? Just walking around, just doing different stuff. I'd get bored if I was in like the country. I don't know. Maybe I'd turn it gardening, right? Freaking garden or something. I mean, I could do it, but I would need stuff to do. I need stimulation. I'm not a sit on the porch kind of guy, right? I need to be active and doing stuff. How's the visa situation for the foreigners now? Some people complaining, some people don't. I think it's bureaucracy and red tape here in Manila. It's crazy. The visa situation's fine. I haven't had any problems or anything like that. I still think it's easy. Yeah, no real problem that I'm seeing. Still real, I'll probably go out to, I might go back to United States in about a year from now, year and a half. Yeah. But yeah, so far the visas have been great. No problem. Yeah. No, you're right, brother. Yeah. I'll be doing that. I just get spooked, right, JC? I get a little spooked because I don't, I just got to be careful. It was one of those things I thought about for months before I came out. Do I have enough money? Like all of us, right? When you're coming here at this age, do you have enough money? And even when you retire at any age, do you have enough money? So it got a little scary. So I just got to be playing it safe a little bit. But no, you're right. I'm going to get that going. What's today? Today's Wednesday. I will have that up and running by Friday. You can count on it. Thank you, though, brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, everyone, really. Just the support and doing this is an absolute dream. It is a dream. So thank you, guys. It's a risk, right? But it's not a risk in some ways, though, as I say it, right? It's not a risk in like my happiness and my health and all that. It was never that kind of risk. I knew that just because I'm moving to where we're at. But it's a risk as far as, oh crap, is it going to work kind of deal and that kind of stuff. So really, really exciting. I'm wanting to move to the Philippines. I'm considering Angeles City, but not near Walking Street, but would love to explore the country on the trip. Yeah. Luzon is okay. It's just there's a lot going on there with Luzon. Yeah, I don't know. I know. So I met some guys recently, right, that were talking about Tagaytay, some areas to the south. I think could be really nice. Just that dang volcano there bothers me a little bit. I honestly, guys, I'm a fan of Cebu City. I've said it 100 times. I love it here. I think it's great. Now, look. So if you're into more of a country environment, Dumaguete would be good. Iloilo, Cebu City, Dumaguete, Iloilo. Davao City, earthquakes. Cebu City, Dumaguete, Iloilo. I'm telling you, gentlemen. Depending on what you want. If you want a bigger city, Cebu City. If you want more country living, Dumaguete. If you want the smaller city vibe, Iloilo. Right? I'm doing great financially and still dating. Sucks. And yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, come on out. Come on out, brother. Come on out. You'll like it. It's good. It's good here. The dating is good. Like, again, I've said it 100 times, right? It's not as easy as you think. I know for me, I didn't date much in 6 months. I got buddies who have been here for 3 or 4 months and they're not dating. They can't find dates. So it's not as easy as you think, but it is there, man. I think you have to get out a little bit. You got to get out. You can't go to the business parks and try to meet girls. You got to get out into some of these more local environments. Go to Cologne Street. Go hang out at the 138 Mall. Go have lunch in those places. Go to SM City. Go hang out there. Go have lunch there twice a week. All right? Yeah, but much better. Buy a bike and travel around the first 6 months until I find my home. Yes, dude. Dude, right on, brother. You want a partner? I'll go with you. Let's go, man. Come on. Let's go. When you get your ukulele, would like me to send me a when you get your ukulele, would like me to send a feather duster? Yes. Show me. Yes, show me. Joe. The only thing I fear is a serious air pollution. A lot of people talk about that. I don't have any problems with that, but I do know that people who have nagging coughs. I think, though, can of beans, I think what that could be, though, is their aircon might need to be cleaned. Because you have to worry about air pollution inside your unit. That's why I bought an air filter. Coming from Colorado, air quality was horrible there, brother. Horrible in Colorado. You got inversion, bringing all that smog and stuff down in. Plus you have fires from the Rocky Mountains as well as California blowing in. Air quality in Denver, I feel, was much worse. So I'm kind of used to that. So air quality here doesn't really bother me. But I do know people who got respiratory issues, but I think that could be from air cons that need to be cleaned out that aren't. So anyways, someone was vlogging about Dumaguete was so polluted, the purple exhaust and the black diesel. I imagine, like I was saying, brother, I don't really notice that. So the other thing that I notice about Cebu City is there's always a breeze. There's always kind of this, there's a breeze blowing through. It's the air isn't stale or stagnant. And I think that's also one of the things about Cebu that keeps it a little bit cooler. The air is moving. So I don't notice any kind of air pollutants. But I do know people who, like I said, have got hacking coughs. And that could be from internal, like inside their condo, bad air, and not so much from outside. But it's there, right? Like it's city. Like there's been times I've been, kind of wandering around. I get a block of jeepney smoke, but that happens in the United States too. You get next to a big truck, you see a black smoke. So no different than any city that I've been around. So yeah, good question though. Yes. What's the air like in Cebu, Chris? To me, it's non-issue. The pollution's a non-issue. The air's a non-issue. It's similar to any city that I've been in, honestly. The garbage, the Filipinos take a lot of pride in keeping things clean, and some of them might discard plastics or whatever, but you see a lot of people sweeping. You see a lot of that. You look on the streets and stuff, even the garbage that was collected on the side there, it's all in bags and collected, whatever. Pollution it's no different than any city that I've been in. Yeah. Hey, big buddy, what have I missed? New place. Yeah, dude, we've been on for a while. Yes. How about a review on your Royal Cycle? Yeah, man. I like the bike. Honestly, I haven't been riding in a while. I need to get up and do a trip. I need to go up and I'm right at the base of the Trans Central Highway, so I need to kind of go up. Maybe actually what I'll do today, I'll go up and do lunch in Humba Heaven. Really love that place. Yeah. So, but I haven't been on the bike. I love it. I did the 3,500 kilometer service interval on it. So, yeah, bike's been great. Really, really digging it. Yes, just Joanne. I like the business park area because there's a breeze and trees. I don't feel like air pollution. Yep. Unlike areas of Cebu. Yep. Yeah, exactly what we were just talking about, Joe. Yeah, absolutely. There's a good breeze that blows through there. Air pollution. I have to say though, Joe, when I went back to the condo and it was just really dusty and moldy in there, when I was pulling stuff out of the packing, a lot of stuff had mold growing on it. Some of the stuff, especially over by the aircon. So I definitely think it was time to get stuff clean. I'm really glad we had the air filter system in there, kind of cleaning stuff out because, and I think that's what gets people. It's not so much the outside air, but the inside contaminants in their own apartment from a moldy aircon. Yeah, you want to probably get those cleaned, I think, every 3 to 4 months, guys, when you're out here living. Singapore is great. I've been back and forth for a while for work and leisure. Yeah, very easy to navigate too because it's small. Yeah, I'm really excited about checking out Singapore. That Garden of the Bay, I think it's called. Beautiful. Yeah, it looks really beautiful there. I'm excited to check that out. Yep. Yeah, the air quality challenges in most parts of the Philippines. There are air quality challenges in most part of the Philippines. Tagaytay is a place that has cleaner air than other cities. Okay. Yeah, I don't notice it here in Cebu. I really don't. I love Ko Paypay, Ko Sami, and Phuket and Thailand because of the beaches. Yeah, Bangkok for shopping. Yeah, Phuket looks great. Bangkok, I cannot wait summer to check out Bangkok. I can't wait. I can't. That city to me looks absolutely incredible. The energy, the vibe. I'm really, like I said, I love cities. Now, what I want, I could live in Bangkok. I love cities. I mean, granted, I would want to go check it out, but immediately what's there for me is excitement, fun, just kind of wander around, right? I love it. When you say there's a lot going on in Luzon, what do you have in mind? I just think when I say that, I mean, there's Manila, right? And Manila is just massive. It's like you're New York and so it's just kind of one big city all through that area there. So that's what I mean by that. And it's just a little bit harder to navigate. It's interesting because I was immediately when I said that, I'm like, well, wait a second. Why do I like Bangkok, but I'm not a super fan of Manila? Why is that? And I think the more modern living of Bangkok is what appeals to me about that city. But yet Manila to me has a feeling of just a little more not as friendly. This is just perspective and opinion, not truth, right? This isn't truth. This is a conversation like Coke is better than Sprite, So like there's no truth in that, right? So I have that feeling about Manila and that where I just don't really have a desire to kind of go and live long term. But in Bangkok, on the other hand, I would. And just a lot more of the traffic. Also, too, like I wouldn't want to ride in Bangkok. I wouldn't want to ride on my motorcycle around in Bangkok, but you don't need to. Just like Manila, you wouldn't need to. You can get around on train and all that stuff and that. So, yeah, so that's what I mean. There's a lot going on in Luzon. I wouldn't want to ride a motorcycle in Manila area at all. Nor do I ride much here in Cebu City. I just taxi and grab everywhere. So, yeah, hope that answers it, Dean. So what's so good about Cebu? Well, I think Cebu is a more chill lifestyle. It's kind of the what do they call the Southern Queen or the Queen City of the South, right? So it's got a little more of a chill vibe. It's very casual. There's so much to do here, man. There's just so much going on. There's events all the time. You got El Corso, you've got IL malls to do stuff. You got all kinds of activities you could do. There's gyms, there's just all kinds of events and stuff that are going on. It's lively. If you're in a nightlife, there's a lot of that going on. You can get up and go in the mountains. So if you're into nature and hiking and stuff like that, it's right here. What else? You've got, you got a booming economy. You look at all the cranes and stuff, the development that's going on. You've got an economy that's really robust and developing. You've got, like I said, friendly people. You got modern amenities, nice coffee shops and restaurants. And, I like it. Plus friendly people. I'm a fan. I do love it here, man. I really do. I love it here. And I think you could find a lot of that throughout the Philippines. The nice thing about Cebu, though, Philip, is you're also centrally located. So if you wanted to use this as a base as while you discover other parts of the Philippines, you could easily do that. You can hop on a plane and you're an hour away from anywhere. You want to go to Iloilo, hop on a plane and it's an hour and you're there, or less than an hour. Davao City, you're there. Manila, you're there. You can go anywhere. You want to go to Baguio, you're right in the middle. Or let's say you want to take a ferry, you want to take a boat. You want to take a boat down to Dumaguete, whatever, boat over to Bohol. You could do all that stuff. It's really just centrally located, great little city, friendly people, lots to do. Isla Mall or SM Seaside is the best thing about Cebu. Yeah, there's a lot of good things, but you're right. The malls here are great. You could find great malls. And here's what's really funny about my buddy Scott and I were just talking about this the other day. When you talk about factors and where to live, neither one of us were like, I want to be, coming from the United States, we're like a mall being a factor, right? You'd be like, what are you guys talking about? A mall being a factor. And you just have to understand it's very different here, the malls. In the United States, they're dying, right? They're empty. They're this kind of really just kind of dead space. The malls here kind of go back to the 1980s, right? Think like Mall of America, Minnesota. These massive thriving things where they're community events. You've got parades, you've got concerts, you've got all these things that go on in these malls. There's so much going on. They had an outdoor expo the other day. They got beauty pageants. They got concerts. They got symphony. They got there's so much travel expos. There's just so much going on in these places. They're not at all what you're used to in the West. And there's spaces where you can get out of the elements. So let's say you're hot. Go to the mall and hang out. Go get some gelato. Walk around. You want to go get some lunch. Go over there. The food courts. You want to catch a movie theater. So the malls they're a big hub, a big social hub, and a big part of what kind of a lot of us do. And it's hard to kind of picture coming from the West, because it's not the same realm at all. Do the bikes there have Cadillac converters? They make a huge difference in California. I bet from the factory they do, but from sometimes the guys might take them off and stuff like that, like you can do with that. Exhaust standards and emission. There actually might be some emission stuff that goes on. When you register your bike, you might have to go through some of that. But yeah, not quite as strict as I think in the West. Yes, John. Yes, my own buntag. Maga higala. Yes. My own buntag. Is it morning still? What time we got? 9:30? Wow, is that 9:30? I forgot to ask. When it comes to eye test for the license here, yes, you have to do like a medical exam, which does consist of an eye test, and I think they weigh you, that kind of thing. Check your hearing. Yeah, a couple things you have to do around that. You're right. What type of air filter do you have? Where did you buy it? I bought. Yeah, there it is right there. That's an air filter. I bought it at a place called Show Me. Like Joe put it up in the comments earlier, but that's it right there. Great unit. Freaking dig that thing. It runs 24/7. I probably may want to get one for the bedroom, but yeah, that's it right there. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot to ask, when it comes to eye test here in the license, we have to read a license plate from a certain distance away. What is it? Yeah, it was super simple, Dean. There was an eye exam. It's your typical one. You stand up and read, RGPQ made in China, right? You read that off. Real simple. Nothing hard. And like, I think they weigh you. Yeah, that was about it. And then just have a conversation with the medical examiner. Pretty easy. Dehumidifier will reduce dwelling humidity can cause respiratory issues. Yes. Yeah. And it's interesting because I think I was looking at this. I think I actually have a dry mode on here, and I'm pretty sure that's going to dehumidify it. You're right. I'm actually looking to get a dehumidifier. If I got to do a little bit of research to see if these units here have a dehumidifier setting on them. Really key. But you're right. Pulling that humidity out. Yep. Good stuff. Yeah. Thanks for the live feed, Chris. Yeah. Love, peace, and chicken grease. I love that, dude. Oh, that's so great. Yes. Joe will love Bangkok. Yes, I agree. It's time to go to Thailand. Don't forget. Yes. Thank you. Appreciate that. I've lived 5 years in Angeles and plan to live there again. Okay. Angeles and Subic is great. New highway between. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Yeah. Good for you, George. That's awesome. Yeah. Good for you. The airport of Subic is better too. Okay. Flew to other countries. Okay. Yeah, I avoid Manila. That airport. I flew in there. I mean, it's whatever. It's all right. Yeah. No, I hear you. I flew to Manila when I first flew here, and it took me a while. Like I think I had 2 or 3 hours in between the flights, and I needed that time to kind of get to my next deal. Yes, the eye test yeah. It's real simple. It's real simple. I live in Cebu. Okay, cool. I live in Cebu, now in IT Park. I love Cebu, but looking for less traffic. Clark also has an international airport. Okay, yeah, nice, man. Yep. What would I need to do for the eye test? Here in the UK, I need to read a license. Yeah, so you just do that, where you look at the thing on the wall and you read EQJ, whatever. Same kind of deal. And you get, it's real simple. And look, if whatever reason you failed it, go somewhere else and pass it. It's very much like that, where you just kind of read NAIA Manila UG. Let's just say I'm glad. Yeah, I had a long layover. Same, man. Yeah, I had a long layover in Manila, and I'm glad too. Joe, can you please repost the link to the air filter? Yeah. I think it was, she didn't post a link to it, but she did put up the company. I think it's called Show Me. They basically have a store here. The one problem that I had though is trying to get the replacement filter. So yeah, but I bought it on, I think it was Lazada. And they last like 6 months to a year on the air filter. So, but I did finally find one. But huge fan. Really dig that thing. I might fail the eyes. Yep, to cover one eye. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I think, like I said, Dean, if you did fail it, just go to another medical exam and get it done where you pass. The Philippines is a lot like that, where if you have a problem in one place, just try another, and you'll get there. Dehumidifiers are easy to tell. Have a water collection tank and moisture they remove from the air. Yeah, but dude, what about the split con ones, right? So what about ones like that? With the outside, I would think, wouldn't that thing? I mean, it's probably got the reservoir outside that just drips onto the ground, right? I don't think that would actually have a reservoir, right? What you think? Yeah, there is when I look at the remote, it's got a dry, so it's on cool right now, but there is a dry mode. I'm betting that's the dehumidifier one. I'll do a little bit of research and look into it, but if it doesn't have a dehumidifier, I'm actually going to go buy one, because I agree. I think it's important to get a little bit of that humidity out. Be landing in Manila in 17 days. Yeah, nice, man. Well, good. Welcome. Well, guys, I think I'm going to bounce out. I'm going to get some breakfast. I'm a little bit hungry. We've been going for almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes. So really good live. Really appreciate everyone being here. And Thanks so much. Don't forget to check out the Carefree Chris. Oh yeah, that's the immigration one. Don't forget to check out the Carefree Chris community group. I'll see if I can post a link to that. Copy link and paste link. Yeah, don't forget to check out the community group. Join that up if you want, especially if you're looking to do any kind of meetups or come in here wanting to meet up. Yeah, I got links blocked. I'm sorry, girl. I think I'm the only one that can post links, and that's just a StreamYard deal. Yeah. But yeah, consider joining the Facebook group for the community for community events, and like I said, especially for meetups. Just that way, I can coordinate it. I don't have to. Like I said, it was getting too much, and I still want to meet people. So look out there, and then just ways to connect with other people, not just me. We've got a lot of experts that are in the Philippines that are on that website. So ask your questions about stuff, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Ampin. Salamat, ayo, take care. Everyone take care. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.